light erotica.
Oh my god.
One light erotica. Oh no. Oh god.
No.
Hello everyone and welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, and yes, you heard that correctly. Harlan, or Romulus, is going to find some light erotica, which he'll probably
Specifically
read
featuring
during...
Papyrus Undertale.
Which he'll
light
be...
erotica is completely subjective. Like, for us, light erotica may just be like, oh, like something, you know, very, very, like, you know, not necessarily that crazy, but then for Harlan, it might just be hardcore. We don't know.
Well, let's hope not, because what he's previously read during breaks has hopefully not been that problematic that I lose my account.
It absolutely was not.
Okay, good.
I assure you.
So I imagine you're probably going to read that as well during.
I mean, I
during
could.
this.
Oh,
I
I'm
could.
gonna get treated to some Romulus erotic. Oh, okay. I'm actually happy now. I'm looking forward to the break.
Oh god, I'm looking at the descriptions of some of these. I'm already disliking this.
Rather you're disliking it means there's probably something
Been deprived of
very
it for more
wrong.
than a year.
I think you bit off more than you can chew there, Harlan. I won't lie.
Distressing how many of them are reader only. Like,
Anyway,
God, that is. Oy.
hello and welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players Cat,
Hi.
Damian,
Greetings.
Kirv,
Hiya.
Mortar,
Hello.
Romulus,
I am Papyrus. No, my name. Hello. I'm here.
and Vinny. And Vinny is back. And now he's silent because he's. Ah.
Okay,
Hello. He's
There
back.
it is.
I say he's back and then he's not there. Classic.
it's my secret prank.
Secret
Let
prank.
your guard down.
Oh my word. Okay. So are you all ready for the rest of this?
Yeah.
Good.
Do it.
It was the skellies.
I'm glad all things are working out well for you all. But, right, I should probably remind you all of what took place last session. So let me begin. Last time, our party of adventurers, Cat, Damian, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, had taken some time to explore the city of Oak in search of information regarding a forgotten god's temple, in hopes of finding the whereabouts of Vinny's ally. With the party making a deal to resolve a dangerous encounter at a research tower to the east of the city, they left at once into the wilds in hopes of making some good way to their destination before the weather takes a turn for the worst. Having bedded down amid the forest, the Mortar noticed that they were being watched and went to investigate. Taking some dangerous blows that brought him close to death, the party were alerted to the nature of the attackers. They went out trying to bring them down, and the fight began. As this brawl between the party and what seemed to be two assassin-like individuals, they managed to otherwise push them into retreat somewhat, getting close and doing some significant damage to them both. But let us see just exactly how this resolves. With the falling of gentle snow during the night, you all stand around this battlefield of your own making in this moment. So, at the top of the initiative, Vinny, you're in the dome. Damian is currently busy putting on his armor as a breastplate. I assume you're going to continue helping him to do so?
If that's what I've been doing so far, then yes.
Okay.
Danger Dome.
Okay. Cat, you're up.
Cool. Excellent. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, might as well dash. It's not like I've got anything else to do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Terrador meets me.
Casually tramples Kirv.
Yeah, stampede mode. And that's pretty much my turn, as I don't have anything else.
Okay. I'm so well prepared, I forgot to get my dice out. I'm gonna need those.
You don't need them. There's no combat. We're just killing them. They don't have to kill us.
Ah, that's what you think. So, let's get these dice out. They've
We
been
don't
doing very
have
well
to.
recently. So,
It's just that the DM's making them do so.
Yeah.
As Pterodor didn't need to dash, he would have burnt his action as he hasn't used it for
To
the
dodge.
additional reaction.
oh, the additional reaction. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. This one takes its turn. Mortar, it moves out of range and you can no longer see it with your blind sight. Your dark vision could potentially see it, but it is going to be relatively difficult to see within this terrain. Perhaps when you get closer, you may see where it has gone. For now, I will leave it there. Romulus, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. Please fucking work. You're supposed to be good at this one thing. Okay, that's oh, damn, it isn't loading. Give it a half tick. That is a +7, so that should be a total of 15.
15, that's enough. As you otherwise look off to one, as you're otherwise there, kind of preparing to strike this one as it attempts to retreat, there's a moment when you otherwise look, kind of glance to one side, and you slash out of the air what looks to be some form of bomb as it sets off this explosive gas in your area, which suddenly becomes heavily obscured. The creature then, or whatever through this, seems to have whatever bonus action it may have left to go elsewhere, perhaps. So, Damian, I assume you're finishing getting your armor on as an action?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you leaving the dome?
Not until I've done it.
Okay. You spend your action during your turn putting your armor on. Or the breastplate
good,
on.
good. That's good news. Sorry, that.
No, it's fine.
Are any of my spells still in operation? No, my concentration got broken, didn't it?
Your concentration got broken because you went incapacitated.
So in that
yeah.
case, no, there's no protection from good and evil still going on somebody. In 60 feet, I also need to see them. No then, I don't think I'm... Oh, actually, how's Vinny looking?
Vinny's
General
taken no
health.
damage. He's been in the dome the whole time, where he's been impervious to the attacks.
Okay, I just look at Vinny as over my shoulder.
Okay.
I've now got this really awkward vision of Damian just twisting his head 180.
That's not where my mind went. My mind was you
That's
turned
horrific.
around and you just kind of looked into
That's-
Vinny's dreamy eyes, and there was a moment between the two of you. But you know,
Well, I like
Each
the
to
idea
their
that
own.
he's like getting his breastplate
Casually-
on and everything. It's just his heart rate just in his ears, just seeing starlight.
Hey, Damian, time and place, please.
put your armor on first.
What do you mean? We're in a tiny hut alone together with the body of my horse outside.
I need to get my kisses in.
The body of my closest friend outside. Okay.
Yes, and I'm not certain how those skeletons read my diary and set the situation up. But all the same, I made it.
Bone to pick has a certainly different meaning now, doesn't it? All right. So
Oh.
With- the erotica has started. Mortar, you're up.
Okay, awesome. I will run in the direction that I saw the skeleton run in, and I will use my action to dash.
Okay.
So that is 60 feet of movement.
Okay. So you saw it run in the direction that it is, so move yourself accordingly.
I get to here, which right on him is 30, so
Yep.
I'll stay here for a second.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
You can't see anything. You can make a perception check if you would like to. That will spend your action to do it without disadvantage, or a bonus action to do it with disadvantage. You do still keep your advantage because of your goggles, but keep that in mind based on what you want to try and do.
So I can't see it.
Not currently, no.
Uh,
You'd need to
that's a
spend.
bummer.
You'd need to perceive in the event that they are hidden. If they aren't hidden, you might run across them, but you don't know whether they hid or
I
whether they
see.
ran.
Right.
Yeah, you aren't certain whether they hid or ran.
Do I see any tracks on the ground from where they were running?
They were jumping through the trees. There was no tracks left.
Oh, gotcha. No footprints in the trees. I see.
Well, there might be footprints in the trees, but you're on the ground, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Mistakes have been made. I mean, I guess I'll keep moving. I'll move another 30 feet, so around here, in the direction that I can hear. In the direction that I can hear.
Romulus. Yeah. I'll say that with your blind sight, you can make out what looks to, or you can sense that there may be some form of like heavily obscuring gas up ahead, and two forms in the trees above which are just out of range, which are otherwise duking it out, shall we say.
Can I see? I can't see any of them because of the obscuring gas.
No. With your blind sight, you can sense that they're there, but there isn't necessarily like a visual you can use.
So, in terms of blind sight, if I have a spell that allows me to use line of sight, can I use blind sight?
You can target, yeah. You can target, it's just if you're still attacking them with like ranged attacks, you'll be shooting in their general direction, which will give you disadvantage still.
I'm not really I was going to save this for the one that was going for me, but if I can't find him, then... I mean, I don't want to take Romulus's kill, he'll be mad. Man. I guess what I'll do is I'm going to Adrenaline Surge as my bonus action
Okay.
to gain additional action, and then I would like to take the hide action, if I may.
Okay. Take the hide action.
I think that's all I can do really for the moment because I don't really want to take Romulus's kill because he's scary.
Okay.
It is dark, so do I gain my expertise?
Yes, you would.
Woo!
So, this skeleton, on its go, given the heavily obscured area, it's just going to try and leave your range, Romulus. You get to make an attack of opportunity. You have disadvantage on this
17.
because of the heavily obscured effect. 17? Okay, good to know.
17.
Romulus?
I am here. Apologies. What is up?
That's all right. You're making an attack of opportunity with disadvantage because the skeleton is moving out of range, but you're heavily obscured.
All right. Let's fuck them up. I don't suppose...
If you're going to ask about reckless attack, you'll need to do it on your turn, which I double-checked on the VOD, you didn't do, so this is with disadvantage.
That's fair. Was worth a try.
Mm-hmm. No, 100% worth the try, just...
I believe... Oh god, that's tragic.
Even with advantage, that's tragic.
Yeah, that is still a +9, so...
12? No. In this moment, as the bomb hits and otherwise obscures your vision, Mortar, you watch with your blind sight as this skeleton dashes what looks to be northward from here. But you sense, and I will say as a general note for the whole party, it is using its action and its bonus action to dash, which means that it's going to be moving 90 feet away, and unless somebody has a way to catch up, either with this round or the next, they're going to escape.
Okay.
So, I will go down the list and I'll see if there's anything that anyone can do. So, Romulus, is there any way for you to catch up and gain additional speed?
That highly depends on other people. How far away is it at this current point in time, as far as I can tell?
90 feet would be what you would guess, given how quickly these creatures were moving.
How far can you dash 60 feet?
I can dash 60 feet.
And I'm going after you, but okay.
I mean,
If I move
I'm
now,
also-
then okay. So
I'm also
if I
incredibly
dash,
buffed
I
up.
dash 70 feet. Okay.
Oh, damn.
So I get 70 feet. That means I'm 20 feet away from it. I then need you to dash and then shoot me when you're within 30 feet of me.
So hold on. You know I deal psychic damage, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, all right then. Just
I need you
checking,
to do
just
the most
checking.
bullshit attack you can do.
Okay.
Oh wow, I get it. Okay.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Nice.
Oh, the cheese. Oh, the cheese.
Hey
I
Chris,
love it.
how are you liking this idea?
No, that's entirely fair.
It's a
So,
really great
you'll be
idea.
running to basically be 20 foot away. Noted.
Mhm.
I'll leave you there for now and I'll ignore this. So you're going to move at speed. So that's your turn. Kirv, I imagine there's nothing you can do to catch up to them?
Unless I thunderstep again. But
What in the...
I think they've got it sorted now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we'll
Honestly, cat's in the same position, man.
Okay.
Like,
So we'll move down.
Well, don't I get to do anything?
We'll say for the moment that you're not in any immediate danger, and there's nothing that they're going to be doing to threaten the rest of you. They're on the retreat. So I'm just engaging with those who are chasing at the moment.
Should be noted, I can only really get one of them, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not gonna be able to get the other one.
Well, I
So
can
maybe-
go
maybe
for
we
the
can
other
focus on
one.
the other.
Do you wanna go for the other one then?
for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just
Go
to
ahead.
check, guys, this isn't another. They're actually young people
No,
in cloaks.
these are skeletons. These are
As
friggin'
far as we can
skeletons.
tell,
Are these young
They may have been
skeletons
young
whose
people, but the
families were
skeletons are
Morben?
young people now.
We'll say it like this: we didn't make them skeletons. They were skeletons that we found.
They came out the ground as skeletons.
yeah, I think if child skeletons start attacking you, you are well within your rights to fucking murder them.
Absolutely.
Just start
We're allowed to
stabbing
feel
your
guilty about
ankles.
it later.
Can't tell the difference between halflings and human children. It's
I
atrocious.
will say,
Actually, no, the
I'm
dental
so
work
excited
would be the
about
only thing.
Beetlejuice.
Bone marrow is back on the menu, boys.
Looks like bones back on the menu. Said Damian to Vinny.
I
Oh,
will
no.
be Eldritch blasting this skeleton.
Eldritch blasting.
Yeah. Is it? I can do it twice, can't I?
As a general note, this is its
Yeah.
old position. You do
Oh,
not
wait,
currently
what?
know where it is.
That's-
Yeah, I left it there
That's
because
why
of
I
where.
didn't attack it.
Yeah, Mortar
Oh.
doesn't know where it is, and right now there's no visual on either of them.
Bummer.
Yeah, I just left this one where it
It's
was
done.
because if I
suppose
put it in
you
its actual
could try and
position,
run
then-
over there and look for it.
I could cast Cloud of Daggers in the general area, but has it?
That's only a 5 foot.
Yeah,
so I
that's
think
only
you
a
have to know
5 foot
where it
square.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, 60 feet is how far you could.
Yeah. Oh man, if
Right.
Cloud of Daggers was a
Wouldn't
60-foot
much.
radius, that's a murder
Yeah,
spell and a
yeah,
half.
I was
Imagine,
like,
dude,
oh,
that'd be
wait,
so
guys,
good.
I got it.
It'd be like tornado of daggers.
Ninth level version, Tornado of Daggers.
Yeah.
It just does the 2d4 still, but you know it's automatic in a 60-foot
It's
square sphere.
It's very big.
Tell you what, actually would not be a bad shout to have it at higher levels. Increase the damage by less, but increase the radius as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
Have it apply like a status condition or something.
so
Can I
Kirv,
do any kind of check to see if I can see it?
you can make a perception check.
Would I
think-
get any advantage in being closer? Or just...
So if you are in the general location and you successfully make a perception check, then you will see it. If you're in the wrong location and you make a perception check, then you won't see it.
Okay. Well,
It should be noted they definitely used an action there, so they must have been much less likely to be able to hide than they were
I
previously.
think as well, Rebecca, Chris was also saying that it will take an action to do the perception check as well. So if you don't want to use your action for it and you want to do something else, just leaving that option open for you, just in case.
Well, I can't really use my action for any attacks if I don't even know where it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's completely fair.
I
Yeah.
have any chance of seeing where it is, I could potentially shout to you guys so you know where
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
that'd be awesome. Yep, that'd be awesome.
That's what I'm thinking.
Chris, is it within 60
Do what you
foot
gotta
of
do.
me? I doubt it. But...
No, not from what you can tell.
So just a flat d20.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Plus your perception.
12, 14.
14. Looking around, you know these creatures are quite difficult to spot initially. If it has hidden, it's hidden well, or it's not in the area.
Sorry, I was just reading through my abilities. I'm pretty certain I've used all of my sidesteps
For today, yeah.
Or am I? I have, yes. Just making double.
Yeah,
Just double.
you still need to do a significant amount of psychic damage to actually regain your side step.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. And
Don't worry, you're about to.
Yeah.
Either to me or to the skeleton.
We'll see.
Either or. Either or.
All right, I'm good.
Okay. Alrighty. Vinny, Cat, I'm just going to skip you because I don't think there's much you can do, is there?
Not really, unless I want to engage in carpet bomb policy, but I don't think that's a great idea.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I just could go back to the hut.
Okay.
Yeah, if these things are going 90 feet around, I can outspeed them, but that would lose the hut. Which I
That
then
is
have
true,
to
yeah.
set up again before we could
So,
finish
Cat's
our rest.
interrupting a moment.
Yeah. So, Cat, you wander back into seeing Vinny kind of strapping the last buckle on Damian as he begins to get up and go out there, but you otherwise return and take a seat. Mortar.
Both Damian and Vinny are smoking.
They're touching
I will-
cigarettes.
So, on Romulus's instruction, I'm running. Is that right?
Yeah,
I
you're running
dash,
up behind him,
and
yeah.
you dash. You shoot me when this is assuming I can actually find the fucking creature.
Make me a perception
So,
check.
so I dash, then you dash.
Yeah, what we should have done here is we should have said, make me a perception check with disadvantage because you're using a bonus action to see if you can spot them.
Yeah, no, that is fair. That does hinge on this. Otherwise, this whole thing
Yeah.
falls apart.
Yeah, and I'll say this is something you can communicate if you can see them.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, disadvantage is good.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
20.
damn, dude, fair play.
Okay. Dirty 20 isn't enough, I'm afraid.
Not to see either of them?
No. As you otherwise look around, you make notes that there are trees around here
don't-
with snowfall on them. They didn't
I
go
don't
this way.
suppose there's any argument that I could make that with my experience of hunting things in snowy conditions, I might be able to at least take the 18, see if a 22 would do it.
In this instance, the 20 that I'm giving you tells you that your perception
They
check would have been
didn't go
enough to
this
see them. They didn't go this way. It
Okay.
seems they went in a direction, and then the moment they had a way to break line of sight, they darted in a different one. So as you ran 70 feet in the direction that they went, you otherwise look around, you can't see them.
I'm just gonna go, can't see them, don't shoot.
Okay?
Right.
Shoot him!
Yeah. That's something I should have asked for ahead of time, but in this instance that is important that they did go a different direction.
They didn't keep heading in this direction, they must have split off.
Is it worth us continuing going, or is it worth us just heading back? I
It would be
I don't
pure
feel
luck to find them.
I do not feel good about going back without killing them because they are incredibly dangerous.
But at the same time, I have no means of finding them, and I am very hurt.
Let's head back, and yes, heading back is the only reasonable option at the moment. I've got ideas, but they aren't anything that will be more or less beneficial if we do them.
Yeah,
Let's
for
head
sure.
back.
Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I need to be entirely still for. Do you have to be entirely immobile whilst casting a ritual, or dependent on the ritual? Because you may be. Okay.
Yeah, with a ritual you have to basically concentrate on the magic, and moving and casting a ritual isn't a possibility.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I would say it depends on which one it is, but in most cases it's like you need to kind of sit down and perform the ritual in order to successfully cast it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let's head back then.
All right.
Drop them back over there for now. Okay. You head back. Otherwise, all arriving back at the dome, the body of starlight on the outside, otherwise painting the snow crimson as you otherwise arrive back at the dome in this moment. Theodore is impatiently waiting outside. You have still lost someone this day, but we're back in the safety of the dome.
Damian turns to everybody as they return. Did you get them?
We lost
Mortar
him.
shakes his head. They're too
Sorry.
fast.
They split off, and if we'd kept searching, well, we likely would have gotten caught in another ambush.
What were they?
Undead. Skeletons.
Skeleton assassins of some sort.
Potent
Yeah, some-
in terms of their poison, but otherwise not terribly impressive.
Mortar points to the holes in his chest and goes, "I completely disagree."
You
Damian-
it's good, son.
Well, you have
Damian sees.
one in the rib, one in the in your armpit at the moment, and you otherwise pulled one of the arrows out. The other one is still in there.
Okay,
I'm
Damian
pretty sure-
sees.
Oh,
Oh,
actually,
sorry.
no, sorry, you did tear the second one out, didn't you? Because you dealt damage the
Yeah,
second
I
time.
wrote both of them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damien sees this and immediately goes to try and stabilize. Presumably, continual bleeding is still occurring.
Yeah. In this instance, you gather that
It
he'll
might be worth
probably need
spending
a...
5 points of lay on hands to
Yeah.
double check poison.
Yeah. In this instance, I will say, because if I remember correctly, you rolled a natural 1 on the medicine check to remove the arrow, which means that you were going to be suffering the
did.
bleeding condition effectively for an hour, which meant that anybody had advantage when tracking you, which in this instance isn't necessarily an issue, but
Due to the hut.
Just bleeding
Yeah.
all
But
over the hut.
still
right now.
bleeding all over the inside of the hut, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Damien's going to try and stabilize the bleeding.
I'll say
Seems
make
as
me
the
a medicine check, and I'll let you know if you need to spend the lay on hands to do it. I'll
Just
say
a
the
normal one.
DC, yeah,
Just
DC
like
for this. I'm probably going to
having-
set at 18 for this.
I was going to say
Proficiency.
I crit failed, so
If you have proficiency, yeah, that just adds bonuses to your medicine check.
Okay.
So yeah, DC's 18 just because of the natural 1. It would have been lower previously, but I've increased it for that.
crit.
Well, that's just wonderful, isn't it?
Natural 1. You'll have to spend the lay on hands. In this moment, you're otherwise looking at Mortar's wound, and it's only reminding you of the Minecraft screech of a dying horse. And so you otherwise,
dark.
and so as a result, you kind of sit there, and I'll say you spend the lay on hands to stop the bleeding, but can do no more.
5 points, is it?
5 points, yeah.
Yay. Oh, okay. Continue until tomorrow. Damien's out.
Okay.
So 5 points was that?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
While
You're welcome.
Sorry.
Damien is now
Still-
sadly taking his breastplate off and then probably going to sleep.
Mortar's still bloodied, but he looks a bit better. Like the bleeding kind of stops momentarily, but he's still applying pressure to the wound.
You can say, Vinny?
yeah, I was going to say while we're here, could I take a look at the arrows themselves?
Yes. Looking at the arrows, they are what look to be kind of these kind of long-shafted dark wood arrows, and the tips of them are otherwise feathered to the outside, very broad heads. I'd say you don't necessarily understand the origin of this, but with what Mortar said previously, and there would have been last session you didn't necessarily hear, is that these are hunting arrows. They're designed to wiggle and fall out to cause a creature to bleed more, or they're designed to stay in if they go deep enough, and pulling them out will cause a lot of damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
The poison itself, I will say, no one's necessarily identified, but people have identified what the poison would do if they failed the save. The poison does half damage if you succeed, but should you fail, it will do full damage, plus you will be incapacitated and your movement speed becomes 0 while you are poisoned by the arrow. So these are very dangerous arrows.
Okay. They're not still poisoned, those, are they?
No, they're not still poisoned, no.
Okay. I guess I wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at them, but the strange tracking ability they had, whether they're taking weird paths, does it seem like that's a property of the arrow themselves?
If it was, the magic
Probably
has
magic.
faded. Yeah, with the nature of magical arrows, also you understand that When a magical arrow is shot, it loses its properties after hitting or missing a target. Okay. Cat, what were you going to say?
Captain told Terrador to dig underground and rest up. And
Okay.
she too is going to rest up, and as she falls asleep, her spell will end because she's concentration is gone.
Okay.
But she completely forgot, she'd just gone to sleep.
Okay.
BRB.
So, are you all... Are you going to be attempting a long rest again? Are you going to be ritual casting Tiny Hut again, Vinny, or... How's this going to go?
I think we do probably need a recast because we need to have a full rest. And I think everyone needs to stay inside.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'll...
I will also be
Damian.
casting Speak with Animals
Okay.
as a ritual.
That would be difficult. He's dead.
Wasn't talking about your fucking animal. Your animal's being turned into stew.
No.
And Damian's too busy going into a corner of the hut and falling asleep to do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm prepping some breakfast horse as part of this short rest.
Oh,
as part of this long
no.
rest.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Waste not, want not, motherfucker.
We still in the same place.
No, just to check, genuinely, before Damian goes to sleep, I do have to ask, Damian, in my culture, we're taught not to waste things. But I understand that's not necessarily the
So
same for...
insensitive.
I understand that's not exactly... I'm trying to stay not laughing.
God.
I understand that's not everyone's way of doing things.
I mean, you
Would
do
you
know
ra-
that Damian is basically at this point just going through
Catatonic.
the motions, and yeah, basically, so you're not going to get a response.
If he doesn't respond, it's gonna happen.
No.
Look, if
What's
it happens, Damian can't do anything about it. Damian is literally just, yeah, as I said. So,
Also, I was just
if
going to
you-
tell David.
Harlan morally does not wish to do this, but it would be so in character. I'm gonna make a roll.
What was
If it's
Mortar going to
lower-
say?
It's lower than 12.
All I was
Oh,
going to
no.
say was, I'm going to tell Romulus to lay off. I'm going to say no.
Okay. You're
Well,
right.
Kirv is going to
It's
say,
called...
well, waste not,
she'll
want not. I
keep.
get you.
Was Starlight a girl or a guy?
Guy.
The guy.
We'll find
Alright.
out in a minute.
We
when you
keep-
cook 'em.
We keep...
Oh.
He'll keep. Got it.
yeah, I mean, it's in snow, so you know, it's
Yeah,
equivalent.
yeah.
The trees are in there.
I make sure to pack the snow around to preserve the body.
I think, namely, based on the reaction.
I'm
that
also
David-
going
that
to
David's
remove
given.
the arrows and...
There's only one. Went straight through the
I'll-
neck.
Yeah, straight through the neck.
I'm going to remove that, and oh god, that'll mean I'll have to drain the blood because if there was poison in that, most poisons do denature and cooked, so okay, I can probably make that work. Don't worry, it's fine.
So basically, the end of this campaign was session 84. Romulus cooked a poisoned dead horse and killed the party.
Nah, it depends on the poison, and it depends on a lot of things.
Yeah, and you don't know
Basically-
how potent this poison might be.
Most poisons, when cooked and thoroughly heated, completely become useless.
Mortar scared it off, so it must be quite potent.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
So, you begin your long rest once again. Who's taking what watches?
I will take the first watch because I am basically unscathed.
Okay.
I would love to take a watch because I'm in a German Shepherd mode right now.
Okay.
Like,
So do you want to be first with Romulus?
yeah, I'll be with Romulus. Why not?
Okay.
Okay, I'll take second then.
Okay.
If someone wakes Cat up to thingy, but she's asleep, so
Yeah,
I'll put you
Damian's the
third.
same, so Damian's clearly third.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Kirv,
Kirv.
you're with Vinny on the second one. Okay. Beginning first watch after recasting Lehman's tiny hut. Mortar and Romulus. Is there anything you wish to discuss, or should we move on?
What to season the horse with?
Okay, you brought that on yourself. Mortar's just holding his stomach with whatever stuff he can get. He's not exactly being talkative. He's just kind of looking out. Just his eyes are like he is in like eagle eye mode right now. It's like every rustling is just like his head is on a swivel.
Okay.
You need to chill. Keep an eye out, but the more tense you are, the more jumpy you are, the more likely you are to make a mistake.
Yeah. I've always found that being jumpy actually means I'm more prepared. Yes.
If you're jumpy, sometimes you jump at the wrong thing.
All the time.
Not all the time, but often
But if
enough.
you're- On the flip side, if you're calm and collected, then you're not ready.
Not true. Being calm is not being unobservant. It simply means you're ready to react rather than reacting to whatever happens.
Feel the force flow through you, say.
You must learn to embrace your emotions, but let them go. Allow them to flow through you, understand them, then release them into the Force, young Padawan.
Mortar shits himself.
That I suddenly start to turn blue and ephemeral and fade into nothingness.
Mortar
Right.
shits himself again.
A whole second shit.
It's my answer to resolving any conflict. Everything stops when Mortar shits himself.
And yet you decided to shoot that baby. What?
I should have shit on the baby. You're absolutely right.
oh god,
You're absolutely right. That would have solved the problem.
Look, when Mortar's options are shit, shoot, and
Shoot.
shut the fuck up.
I want that on a t-shirt, dude.
The
Alright.
three
I want
S's.
shit shirt.
Right. You got hit pretty bad there. Are you all right?
That stinks. But it's good. I've been through worse with less, so it's just lucky I wasn't on my own out here. More pissed off that we didn't catch them. Other than my ego, I'm sure I hit him just fine.
I'm sure you will. I think that generally, the best thing you can do after a day like this is take the time to lick your wounds and think about what exactly caused things to go wrong. You were outside and came in.
I was on my watch initially. I was inside the bubble. Then I felt some movement outside, so I went to go and take a look. Saw there was a figure in the trees and figured if I could catch them. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's the instinct I went with.
Is that true?
That's what
It's
happened.
true. Yeah, that's what happened.
I am going to insight as Romulus then.
Sure, no worries.
13, 17. So like, all right.
Yeah. Mortar's not lying. He's not hiding anything. You see, it's more like he's not necessarily even talking to you at this point. He's just kind of reflecting on how he got a lot of what happened specifically.
Mm. Well, good to know. I think one thing to keep in mind is when we're inside that bubble, we are safe. They attacked us first, though. They were probably planning on attacking us once we came out anyhow. But,
Well, yeah, I get the feeling that I think what was going through my mind was I thought that if I didn't act, they would have had time to set up traps and in a more advantageous position, call in some reinforcements or something. So I thought maybe if I could act first. And I didn't know they were undead. I saw a figure in the trees, approached it, they were gone. Next thing I know, I'm being riddled full of holes.
that is fair. Just, next time, you can wake us up, you know, I mean, if you're not going to get the rest you need, we're not going to get the rest we need, so we might as well go in full force. You don't have to take it on alone, is what I'm saying.
Sure. Also, just go back to putting pressure on the wounds and everything, just trying to make sure that he's cleaning them out as best he can.
Okay. I'd
And,
like both of you to make perception checks for me, please.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
13. It's kind of just average.
23.
23.
Bit more than average.
Bit more than average. Nothing seems to show up during your watch. You feel confident that whoever these individuals are, they haven't come back. You otherwise go to bed, rest up, and we move to the second watch, Vinny and Kirv. Is there anything you wish to do during your watches, or?
I'll start by saying, you know, between you and me, I didn't really like Starlight.
Oh my word.
I mean, he was fine, I suppose. I just never really got to know him.
Not sure he was really worth knowing. I mean, he was a bit of a knob when tried talking to him.
I mean, it's...
Oh God! I'm sorry, Jamie.
It's quite unkind to a dead person. I'm not saying you're wrong. Just
Well, not a dead person. It's a horse.
I think we're all forgetting something here. It is a fucking horse.
it's true. I mean, the body is cold, and it's still lying in the snow.
I mean, Romulus is. I heard Romulus is gonna make breakfast. So, I mean, not a bad breakfast. Kind of looking forward to it, actually. Something a bit hearty for once.
Not sure how Damian's going to take that.
What is Damian's relationship with that horse?
Oof. Dangerous questions.
Oh.
The closest bond two creatures can have.
Warlock
They were
peaks in
really-
relationships.
I really feel like there was a part of them inside each other.
Mhm.
Well, we know Damian used to ride Starlight into battle. I've no idea if Starlight has ever ridden Damian.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Oh no.
So is Starlight was Starlight just a horse or a familiar, some magic bullshit?
Just a horse, as far as I know.
Huh.
I don't know that Damian knows that much about magic that doesn't make things explode when he hits them.
You could always do an investigation check.
On the dead horse? Should we ever wander around at Starlight? Is Starlight within the bounds?
No.
Ah!
You want a dead horse in our bubble when we're trying to sleep? Is that too much to ask?
Well, I don't get why Damian's taking it so harshly.
He's asleep.
Well, I was
He's
going
not
to say,
taking
how
the
would you
hospital.
feel if Filch or Eugene died? But I mean, A, they'd be back. B, I get the impression you wouldn't miss them too much.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Would you guys miss me? I'm
Nah.
saying something like that. Well, there you go then.
I don't know.
Oh,
I could miss you for a price.
Oh.
2 peanuts. Or maybe a cashew.
We're just a big happy family in this puzzle. It's great. Anyway, you weren't too badly hurt and all that, were you?
Nah, barely a scratch. I've gotten better at fighting these days.
Well, it's always a bit sad when that's necessary, but at least you can look after yourself.
Never used to fight. It wasn't really a skill we really needed. Most of the time you could talk yourself out of most trouble. At least that was my case.
Yeah, most of the time that's been my experience as well. There are times when the scrape is unavoidable, particularly when you come up against undead monsters that can't talk.
So what is the deal with undead? Are they like... They're like people who used to be alive, right? Like they're people, but like how much of their conscience is still...
Are you asking on an arcane basis or a philosophical one? Because I'm afraid I don't know much about either.
I don't know what either of those words mean.
It's great having 3 people with negative intelligence in this party.
Yeah, a true meeting of the minds.
Just say it's magic bullshit and we'll move on.
Yeah, it's like some of their soul or spirit is gone, but it's been filled up with something else that's a move around.
Mm-hmm.
It might
Just
be
vague enough to be believable.
Strawberry jam! Cream!
I'm not sure if it's a metaphor for the inherent cruelty of existence and man's inhumanity to man, or if it's just like a little ghost or something that gets inside and crawls around in there. I'm pretty sure it's one of the two, though.
You're a bit of a smart guy, aren't you?
Well, I've never been accused of that before.
Unfortunately, in this party, by definition, you are one of the smartest.
You're 4th most intelligent.
Sure.
Yeah.
with an 8.
Well, Starlight's dead now, so you're not in the top half.
Oh no, that's true. Starlight's dead, so now you get to be 4th.
Actually, oh no, Starlight's intelligence was 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
that
no.
means by the law of averages, you're more normal.
Nice. This is good. I was 4th most intelligent in the last party I was in as well.
Consistency.
Well, that was only 6 of us. And one of them was a horse as well.
We had a horse.
There's more than one horse in this world.
Yeah. So,
I don't believe it.
I think horses just sprung up holes in the ground.
as this philosophical debate becomes not necessarily to a close, but to almost a mind-wrenching stop, I would like both of you to make me perception checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
Mind wrenching?
Yeah,
That sounds painful.
well,
That
they're
sounds painful.
you know, slightly below average intelligence people talking about philosophy never goes well.
I disagree.
14.
But being high and below average intelligence is different.
6.
6, and what was yours, Kirv?
14.
14. Okay. The two of you look out during the night. Nothing particularly captures your attention. Nothing that would be out of the ordinary other than the sun is beginning to rise, or the suns are beginning to rise. And light is beginning to cast across the kind of blanketed white surrounding. As you otherwise kind of begin to take this in and realise that it's beginning to hit early morning, you pass the watch over to Cat and Damian. As Cat and Damian, it is now beginning to hit the daytime.
Worst possible combo to
I
not
was gonna
remind
say-
him of what happened.
The two most emotionally damaged characters are currently sat just watching.
And
this
one of
happen.
them's half a horse.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, is what Damian's gonna wake up to.
Oh man.
Oh no.
This is a good point. Can I please have a description of if Damian does look out, what is he going to see?
You see,
a mess.
well, Starlight was packed with snow, so you just see this blanket of white snow with smatterings of red.
Yeah, it's probably a quite significant mound that you can make out.
Yeah.
Damian's probably assumed that it's snowed heavily while he was asleep.
And just the head is sticking out of the top.
Oh.
Staring at you specifically. No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
You sure?
God, you know I, Harlan, would. Romulus is specifically trying to preserve as much of this creature as possible. For food reasons.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta look out. Like, oh. Look over at Damian. You okay?
Damian sort of stares back, not really taking too much in.
Cat doesn't really know the comforting of a loss, but she sort of does. Would it make it easier if we buried him? Put him to rest?
But Starlight died because of you.
She just straight up panics. I didn't do anything.
But I saw you stick your head out and then Starlight got shot. And you actually started to watch Damian sort of cry.
But if they were aiming for me, they would have hit me. I didn't kill your horse.
there's just a Damian who's no longer in any armor, who's just sort of holding his knees and rocking back and forth, crying.
Well, if it was me, I'm sorry, but under the circumstances, what happened? Mortar went out there, he shot them. They then were targeting anything that stepped out, and in fairness, if they were after me, they would have shot me.
Damian's only taken in the first bit of that and is now looking at Mortar and thinking, now I've got two people responsible for Starlight's death.
Oh. Damn it!
I will say, with Damian blaming Cat, you just see Romulus begin to rise. Not like get up, as in like is being leveraged up, like but with sheer rage energy.
Asleep.
A father never sleeps when his daughter is being brutally maligned. Fucking slanderous asshole.
Go sit next to him. I've done many bad things, but I think I can say that this wasn't my fault. I mean, we don't understand the circumstances to why they killed. They may have just killed the horse thinking that's one viable way of pursuit. It could have been that was the only thing that was outside the bubble at the time. I mean, we saw how quickly they shot at Mortar. As soon as he stepped foot out of there, he was pelted. I had to deflect one of them. Now, if they were aiming at me, it would have
roll
been
a
me.
persuasion check.
Okay. Why me? I suck at persuasion.
That's exactly why.
Oh, I'm just gonna fireball him and be done with it. Oh my god.
Here's how here's how we'll do this. So, Cat, you'll make a persuasion check, and Damian, make me an intelligence save. The way this is going to work is that you need to get a combined total matching a DC that Damian you can set. A recommended will be about either between 20 or 30.
Well, I got 19.
So we'll set it either an even 20 or 25, your choice.
I think 25.
Okay.
Which there's a very good probability, unless I roll a nat 1. In which case, unsurprisingly, not quite catatonic. I think Damian's slowly coming around. He's can't understand that. I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say as the two of you
on my part.
Yeah, as the two of you are otherwise sat there with the kind of the persuading argument, you otherwise think back, taking that moment to kind of take in what you saw, what you remember, and kind of blurring out the bits which otherwise would be more offensive to your mind in this moment. You note that, yes, Cat did poke her head out of there, but you note that the arrow did not go for her, which meant that if the arrow was aimed for her, it would have hit her, not Starlight. You suspect that convenience made it uncomfortable in that moment, but looking back on it, you realise that Cat was not to blame.
I'm really curious how Cat's going to react to the next thing Damian does. Damian works it out, and he's been sort of rocking on his knees. I'm assuming Cat's sort of moved a bit closer to Damian?
Yeah, she's behind you.
Yeah.
While you're rocking back and forward.
Damian's gonna sort of turn and just sort of hug Cat.
Okay.
Hey, I'll hug him back.
crying.
Understanding. Are you down on the floor or are you up? Because you're. Okay.
He's
He's
down.
hugging my legs. All right, I'm going to just sort of like pull his head back a little bit so I can actually kneel down and get vaguely level with him.
You just hear a snap Damian's neck.
Snap.
No.
Oh god, I'm trying to bury two bodies then, for God's sake.
Drives the Cat. Cat now killed Starlight and Damian. No, I'm joking.
Look, I understand it's not easy. Loss is hard. It really is, but... Come on. Let's at least give him a burial and put him at rest before Cat looks over at Romulus. Let's put him to rest.
Okay, Damian's gonna sort of nod up your legs.
The right way.
Okay.
With a delicious bechamel sauce.
So as we go to, I recommend we go to the edge of the bubble, but we don't go out of the bubble just in case.
Are you able? This is an out of character question. Are you able to remove the saddle and the saddlebags whilst you do this?
She is
I'm gonna
distinctly
use-
out of the bubble, so you will be exposed if you do step out of the bubble because you'll need to be able to interact with it. It's also buried under snow, so you'll have to unbury Starlight.
Well, that's scuppered my plan. 'Cause I was just going to cast Mold Earth and just a hole underneath.
You could just have Pterodor do it.
Pterodor! Yes! The Pterodor can't... I mean, he doesn't really have fingers to do buckles, but... I mean,
like
Pterodor
with
can drag the horse over.
with unearthing, Pterodor can move Starlight. Starlight cannot enter the bubble.
Oh, this is going to be the most disgraceful thing ever. Okay, Cat's going to get Pterodor to kind of push Starlight over to the bubbles so we can reach out and unbuckle the buckles.
Okay. So in this
He'll
moment,
kind of unearth underneath Starlight.
yeah, he'll unearth underneath Starlight, and there's this moment where you watch as the snow begins to otherwise writhe in this moment, and Damian, there's like this moment of like, Starlight's getting back up, before this body of a horse just boom, 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 lands outside the dome, and kind of slaps against the edge of it, as it cannot enter the area, and there is now a Starlight before you, along with saddlebags, and you watch as one of them kind of spills a little bit of the contents nearby as the strap comes undone.
This cat's just like...
I know what's in that saddle side of the saddlebag. Cat witnesses a few Granny Smith apples just tumble out.
Rubs her temples.
I'll say you can otherwise unbuckle Starlight, and if you would like to bury Starlight when the dome fades or at the end of the long rest, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
As you are the ones on watch, I'll say that is okay. So,
yeah,
you bury Starlight with Mold Earth. Starlight is now buried. And as you all begin to wake, the early morning frost is very much taking hold on the snow from the day prior, but the day is otherwise, from what you can tell, pleasant. There is still a gentle and slow snowfall currently, but the day is yours.
Did we see anything?
As the bubble fades and you wake up?
Cat was not looking.
No, I didn't have either of you roll perception because you were preoccupied with whatever this was. So you both fail your perception checks if there was anything.
I mean, Jeff would have been looking, but that's literally it.
Yeah, Jeff didn't see anything.
Classic Jeff.
Okay.
High five.
Jeff is currently flying westwards again.
Jeff takes 1 point of damage and dies. From the high five.
No.
Okay. So, you're all awake. What is your plan?
Well,
I'm putting my armour on again.
Can we carry on with our journey? Anything anyone needs to
Or
do?
did we short rest?
Long
Long
rest.
Oh shit! Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, proper long rest.
Just
so.
to check, just to check, when Romulus wakes up, what does Romulus see?
He sees a pile of snow that's otherwise been displaced and moved, and there is no Starlight. You do see what look to be maybe some fresh prints and footprints of some individuals moving off a little ways, probably about maybe 10-15 feet away from the where the dome would have been, and you can see that there is a large drag mark and there is otherwise freshly turned earth.
How do people expect me to make breakfast in these conditions?
We gave Starlight a burial.
You couldn't have saved some of the meat? Oh, fine.
Oh, it's like a member of family. It'd be pretty rough to watch someone chop up and cook your family member.
I had a delightful chicken back in the tribe. Its name was Lucretia. She eventually stopped laying eggs. But we kept her for a year or two. We loved her. But then, when it was her time, I snapped her neck and turned her into a lovely stew, and used her feathers to stuff a pillow. What have you learned from this lesson, Cat?
You are emotionally traumatizing, but I love you nonetheless.
What has Cat learnt from this? She's next.
Friends are food!
Friends are food.
Cat beware! Cat beware! Entirety of party beware.
Yeah. One of you dies, Romulus is turning you
Don't
into
find
something.
that goose. It will be turned into food by Romulus.
Oh God, no!
No. Okay. So, what are you doing?
Kicking up Starlight and starting on breakfast. No, that would be a bit much even for me.
So, shall we carry on?
All right.
There's
Okay.
probably not much point trying to track those things now.
I
Oh,
agree.
it's been snowing all night.
Mm-hmm. Fresh snowfall is beginning to cover any tracks that may have been from the night before. Even your own, when you were plodding on the ground as opposed to in the branches, are lightly covered and only slightly light indents now.
Is it still all... Well, it's still dense woodland, isn't it, there, of course?
Yeah, dense
All right,
woodland, but
well-
you've got the general path that you were following. That's kind of a bit
Okay.
off the beaten path with markers every so often.
Then I am leaving Terrador out, as I don't want to start a forest fire.
Okay.
What's the intelligence of dense woodland?
Not that high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. It doesn't put Vinny any lower in the party brackets for intelligence.
Alright, then I guess we should
Oh.
go.
Okay.
All right. Everyone, perceive the fuck out of everything.
Okay.
Good luck, Damian, doing that.
So,
Yeah.
who would
Yes,
like
gonna
to
be keeping an eye
herald
out.
a survival check? And are there any other checks that
I
people would like to
would.
do?
I would be delighted to herald a survival check if I may.
Okay, so this will be for heading in the right direction.
Can I do a investigation check to see if there's been any recently snapped branches up in the trees?
Go for it.
Could Romulus give me the help action?
I'm happy to.
Can Jeff give me the health action if no one else does?
Yeah. Oh, so you go ahead and do that. So you're looking for that specifically. Mortar, you're kind of forging the way forward. Is anybody else keeping perceptions out for anything else?
That
Yes,
was
I'll try
really
and
shit.
keep an eye out for anything moving as we
Okay.
drive on.
Go for it. Okay. Damian or Kirv, anything you'd like to do while on the move?
Kirv is melancholy because she was looking forward to the breakfast.
Okay.
Wow.
Absolute monster.
And Damian is staying close to Cat and isn't really doing any observing or anything. He's deep in his own thoughts.
Okay. So, survival, what did you get?
18.
Okay, 18. The weather has made this a little bit more challenging, but it hasn't necessarily stopped your path. The markers every so often are helping, and with what looks to be no trees growing in the pathway or any overgrown nature to it, there is a hardened nature to it below, and as you do walk, you are able to forge the path quite easily with your full party. You don't manage to pick up on any extra things along the way, such as any birds or animals that you could potentially interact with or hunt, but you do manage to make your journey soundly. I would also like whoever was next, if you remember that much, to roll me 2d12s, please.
BRB.
I think I did it. So Jamie.
Me?
Yep. It's 2d12s,
12.
please.
That is.
The yellow ones.
Oh, they're the yellow ones.
Yep.
They're the yellow ones.
No.
Oh yeah, you got 2 6s last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
How depressing is that I can remember 2 dice results from a week ago?
It's fine.
Well, there's a 5 and a 9.
So 14. Okay. Okay.
Must be because they're bright dice, that's why I can remember.
Go ahead and roll me 2d8, please.
Oh, crap. What have I done?
2d8 skeleton archers.
This is how many attacks I'm making against you.
This is how many skeletal horses appear.
Uh-huh.
This is how many emotional breakdowns Damian has today.
Okay.
That's not bad. I think that's an achievement.
Okay, 6. So, as you are continuing on, Mortar. I believe, did you say be right back or?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
you did.
BRB.
Okay. Okay. So what was the other perception check? So we had Cat making a perception check
I did the investigation. 17.
for the
broken
broken branches.
stuff like that.
I'll say looking around, none that are out of the ordinary. You see several that may be like old to a certain degree and have like layers of frost and snow over them and kind of partly buried underneath the snow. There are none that are shallow enough to potentially warrant them being from last night, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, that was fair. That was fair.
And Vinny, you were keeping an eye for stuff that was moving. What did you get? Vinny?
Yes, that was an 18 in total.
18. Keeping an eye out, you feel fairly safe moving through the day, although there are moments of being a little jumpy throughout the day. You don't note any creatures that particularly catch your interest, none that would stand out. There are the occasional sounds of like birds fluttering and flying. You do occasionally hear kind of the scattering of something small running through the bushes or running underneath snow, but nothing that particularly catches your interest. You do note, and I'll say this is also with Mortar's survival as well, that the road is beginning to lead you closer to the mountains. Okay. As Mortar, are you back yet?
Sorry, yes. I
Yeah.
am back.
No, that's right.
I will. I'll point out that information to the rest of the party.
Okay. Yeah.
Looks like our journey's going to take us up into the mountains.
Not up into the mountains, just closer to them.
Closer to the mountains.
Yeah. As you're otherwise beginning to get closer, you are noticing that the winds are getting stronger, and the snowfall is becoming a little bit more persistent. You are noting that the bad weather of the north seems to be building to a certain degree.
Okay. Again, I think the weather's getting worse.
Mm.
And, make sure we're staying warm and everything. Keep close together.
Okay. I would like everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. If you are resistant to cold or you are used to a cold environment, you do not have to make this roll. So Romulus, I believe you are fine. Is anybody
Indeed,
resistant
indeed.
to cold damage?
Yep, I'm resistant to gold.
So you do not have to make this either. Everybody else, please make me a Constitution saving throw, please. DC
Okay,
for
I
this
like my
is
word.
12.
Is it still woody?
Yes, it's still woody.
Okay, I was hoping maybe eventually we're going to come out of woods, but apparently not.
No, this
Okay.
this entire area is massive woodland.
I'm going to use my invigoration to re-roll because I rolled a 2.
Go for it.
Do the
Yeah, I'm good.
weather-resistant clothes provide the advantage?
Oh, actually, yes, they would. So they will reduce the DC by... weather resistant clothes reduce the
Roll the-
DC by 2, so this becomes a DC 10.
Okay.
Damn it! I rolled a 2 again.
Ah,
Oh man.
I think a
Meant to be.
24 is okay.
Oh,
okay. So
Got an 8.
8, Vinny.
7.
7, Cat.
9, 18.
18. So, Mortar and Vinny. As the two of you are travelling, kind of more susceptible to the cold, Vinny and Mortar, both of you are more accustomed to warmer environments, ironically. You otherwise travel closer, or as you're travelling closer to your destination, you begin to feel the cold beginning to take its toll. And I would like you to note, mark down that you have 1 point of chill somewhere on your character sheet.
I have no chill.
While you are affected by chill, these are cumulative effects. They go up to 10 points of chill. As it currently stands, you suffer a -2 to all of your physical ability checks, so stealth rolls, athletics, acrobatics, and so on. So anything that uses strength, dex, or constitution has a -2 to it currently, temporarily.
So I have 1 point of chill.
Yeah, 1 point of chill. You can only accumulate 1 per day, and these can only be gotten rid of by otherwise spending multiple days within a comfortable environment. Think of it like long-term frostbite.
Oh boy.
Yeah, as a general reminder, DC is 12 as the base, and with your warm clothes that makes it DC 10. That is the lowest it will go, but it also doesn't go up very readily.
How much do we get from the? We get a +2 from the clothes, right?
The clothes reduce the DC by 2, so they make it a 10.
So, oh, gotcha. Okay, so it doesn't change it.
Yeah. No, it doesn't affect your rolls, it just affects the DC on my end and lowering it slightly.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, if you have resistance to cold damage or you're used to a cold environment such as Romulus or Kirv, you don't need to make it currently. But in the event that, let's say for example, the weather picks up and gets worse, then you two will have to start rolling. Your warm clothes also prevent you from having to worry about disadvantage as well. So, as you otherwise travel for the day through the forest, avoiding any major confrontations, the weather proceeds to get worse and vision becomes a bit more obscured. With the heavier snowfall, as night begins to fall sooner, or at least it gets darker and colder quicker, with winter beginning to set in, and as you're hitting the later stages of autumn, you're beginning to feel that chill more, some of you more than others, and you're beginning to realise you're going to need to bed down for the day. So, Vinny, I assume you put the Lehman's tiny hut up?
Yep.
Okay.
Did
She'll
you-
cast that.
Hang on, we did long rest.
You
Does that
long
mean we
rest,
just
yeah.
gain any health, or does we still
Yeah.
use it?
You regain all of your health. You regain half of your level and hit dice, so you should get 4 back at your current level. And any resources and everything else you spent, you regain.
What's the point? I've got no idea how many hit dice I should actually have.
8 will be the max.
Oh. What I should have, or just the maximum in general?
That's the maximum. That's the maximum at your current level. So if you haven't been spending any, which I don't think you have, you don't have to worry
Not
about
in
it.
a while, but I have at some point, I'm sure.
Oh, that's fine. Then yeah, because it just takes 2 days of long rests to be at max again.
Oh, okay, so it's probably at 8.
So yeah, you're probably at 8. Okay.
Okay, cool.
You begin your sleep. I'll say we blitz through these fairly quickly. I would like someone to go ahead and roll me 1d12. Next person would be Kirv, I believe, in the
Okay.
order of rolling.
1d12.
Mhm.
What are these? There's a 5.
5. Okay. Okay, so I need to roll a d12 for this. It's that. Okay. As you're otherwise kind of staying vigilant and wary during the night, we'll go around, we'll keep the watches as they were. So Mortar and Romulus, go ahead and roll me your perceptions first, please, during your first watch.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty. Is there any kind of disadvantage because of the weather? Or?
No. No. There's no disadvantage yet, it's just the maximum vision range is 60 feet at the moment.
18.
18 and
19.
19. Okay. The two of you have a good perception and being kind of keeping aware during your first watch. There's nothing that particularly strikes out at you as different or strange, and you manage to rest up quite easily. Next, Vinny and Kirv, please go ahead and roll me perception checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
10.
21.
Okay. With Kirv still considering and thinking and pondering about what a horse stew would taste like, Vinny, you otherwise are keeping an eye out during the night. You don't know anything of particular interest or that stands out at all that would be of concern.
Okay.
And finally, Damian and Kat, if you'll please go ahead and roll perception, please. And you may roll for Jeff as well.
Okay, while I'm awake, can I ask Terador to keep an eye out with tremor sense? Does he have to be above ground for that?
No, he can be below.
Okay, so I'm going to have Terador and Jeff do that, and I'm going to keep working on my rune.
Okay, keep in mind that Jeff... No, not Jeff. Terador actually needs to sleep as part of his stuff.
He does, but he'll be awake while I'm awake.
Oh, right, because of the watch thing. Yeah. No, that's fine. So go ahead and roll for those three then.
So I'm going to roll flat for 2, and then I'll do the disadvantage for me.
Okay.
So first one is Jeff, who got 1.
You don't have...
Terador got
You shouldn't
8.
have disadvantage.
I'm distracted making a spell.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll rune. Okay, so I'll have a look at what Terador's is in a second. Oh my god, there's no way. Okay, so Terador got a 8 with Tremor Sense, and I got a... let's get off of Terador's thing. Perception, I believe that's a minus, or is that... Perception
Should just be
minus 1. Okay,
his...
so I got a 12. I
Okay.
got a 12, Terador got an 8.
Okay. And what did you get, Damian?
15.
15. Okay. As you're both otherwise kind of sat there in the dome, light beginning to peek through the pines, otherwise providing a good amount of overhang and coverage, with the mountains not far from you, there's a moment as you otherwise hear kind of this heavy rush of wind, and you watch as large portions of snow begin to fall from the area, from the areas around the pines to the ground. And in that moment, as you otherwise both look up, you watch as... You only catch a glimpse of it, both of you. But you watch as, travelling over top of the trees itself, knocking large portions of the snow off of it. I'll say, Kat, as you're distracted, you only catch the very tip of the tail. Where, Damian, you're kind of keeping an eye, and as you hear this large kind of creature fly overhead, you watch as what looks to be a large skeletal dragon of some form flies overhead, brushing past a number of the trees, and moves past in the direction you've come from.
Okay, this seems the perfect moment, whilst both of us have noticed something, for me to turn to Kat and say, Kat, have a load of Granny Smith apples that don't have anybody to eat them. Would you be interested?
You
Yes.
just hear this
Big skeletal dragon
Just seen-
going overhead, and Damien's just like...
this deep breath in, and she just shoots you a look. It's like, do not replace me with your horse, or do not replace your horse with me. Like, give them to Romulus. You might be able to cook something with them.
Damian, if you try and treat my daughter
You're asleep.
like a horse, I will
You're
kill
asleep.
you. I'm going to kill you, Damian. I'll make it look like an accident too.
Oh no, this just reminds me of it's the woman who gets killed by God, names are failing me. Game of Thrones, the horrible young king.
Joffrey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. With the prostitute in his room where he shoots her and
Oh,
she's like got an
yeah.
apple in her mouth or something. Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
yeah.
So Damian's going to
he's got a
become.
crossbow.
So Damian's going to be killed by Romulus. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Hiya.
So, you see that? Do you discuss, or do you simply wake up and carry on with your day?
There was I just. What was that went overhead? I didn't quite catch it. I saw like the end of it. Did you catch it?
Damian's kind of sulking a bit, but does realise this is sort of important and mumbles dragon.
Dragon.
Casually, a dragon? Okay, that's. We seem
Damian's
to be
not
running
looking at you, but he's just like dragon.
We seem to be running into a lot of dragons at the moment. Okay. Well, I guess we should probably let everyone know when they'll wake up. I mean, it's flown straight over us and doesn't appear to be around, so I think we should be okay.
Sure, you can. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with all these apples.
Give them to Romulus. And I'm gonna carry on working on my rune and.
Damian's just going to sulk looking at the saddlebag full of Granny Smith
not-
apples that he doesn't like.
I'm not here to entertain the apple concept,
Okay.
but Kat doesn't want to argue with Damian, so she's like, I'm gonna keep working on my rune, just whatever. Do
Okay.
your apple shite.
So before we continue with the next day, I'll say we'll take a quick 5 minutes there just to have a quick break. And then we will
Cool.
continue on with your last day of travel before you reach your destination. Provided there are no hiccups along the way.
Not like a dragon.
Yeah, who knows? Alright, be back in a mo.
All right. Romulus, you don't happen to have a sibling that has a really close connection to dragons, do you?
Look, I don't know them that well, if I'm honest. I've met them like once. But yeah, sure, probably.
Is one of your siblings a skeletal dragon?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay. Well,
not
I'm going
something
to blame
in your-
you for this preemptively, and then I'll apologize if it turns out to be wrong.
That's fair enough.
Wasn't there something in your backstory about a dragon?
Actually, isn't it an undead dragon?
Yeah, we're skeletal.
You did kill a dragon, didn't you?
Yeah, you did. Well, allegedly. There was... What he
Well,
said
I was
that,
alive, no one else was, so I guess I can take
yeah.
credit for it, yeah?
Yeah, no, dead dragon, that's definitely a you thing.
Yeah, this
Like,
is on
if,
you.
if we're preempting blame, this is a you thing.
Just checking, it's not goose shaped.
Oh, come on!
The goose-shaped dragon.
Go back.
Hang on 1 second. How big is this sodding goose?
Now, just to check, is this dragon good or is it a bad dragon?
We
was a
don't know.
It was a young blue dragon. That was
Okay.
what Vinny said, was that it was a young blue dragon.
I was just doing a bit, but all right.
Right, I'm gonna go grab a drink, and I'm gonna also go and grab a bag of crisps. Back in a second.
Bag of crisps.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you and take care to you too, Becca.
Harlan, just to let you know, Romulus is going to get woken up to the sound of a load of Granny Smith apples being poured just in front of his face.
Wonderful.
That's going to work.
Kirv would like to.
You know what these would have gone excellent with?
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
I don't even have to say it. You've already thought of it for me, haven't you?
Oh, mercy, man.
And whatever you decide to cook with it, breakfast, Damian is going to just sit again in the corner of a round hut and eat his ration for breakfast instead. He's not going to partake.
Oh yeah, as a
Unless,
general
of
note,
course,
everybody
Romulus
needs
tries
to...
to force it.
I was going to say, everybody needs to mark off a ration for the previous day as well.
Yay.
So
I assume I'm
carrying.
carrying cat's food as well.
Well, you are now. You've got a load of Granny Smith apples in front of you.
I'd say
Yeah,
ask
you
when
little
Cat
shit.
gets back, because I think Cat has some on her. But I can't remember for sure. Also, Dan, you're a little quiet, by the way, when you were talking, so you might need to just move the mic a
okay.
tad.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I'd have to turn Dan down then.
Just turn me down.
Yeah, you were fine for me.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Oh, okay. Maybe let me turn him up on Discord. That might be.
No, it's a bit quiet for me as well.
Oh, okay.
You're fine for me.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, that's a
Well,
lie. You are a bit quiet.
I'll please everyone.
And please the majority, you people, please.
Alright, so. Hello?
Hello.
It's better?
Yeah.
Any better?
Yeah,
Okay.
slightly better.
Oh, okay. Do you need it more, or is that...
No. That's quite right. Because I've turned you up a little bit on my end, and from there, so that's fine.
Right.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Damian, or I'll kill your next horse too.
What? No, genuinely, you've lost me. What?
Oh, okay. I thought you were laughing at what I said.
No?
I
Just
will.
laughing at the fact that apparently Dan just turned up his volume and I heard no difference. Then you just turned Dan's volume up anyway, which negates the point in Dan turning his volume.
Look,
Should just mean
magic.
I'm super loud.
Nah, it's fine. Alright, once we've got a cat back, we'll begin. And have we got Vinny here still, or has Vinny wandered off for foods and stuff?
I did wander off, but I've wandered back now.
Wonderful.
It's back.
So just waiting on a cat now. But otherwise, you all. But I'll say you otherwise all wake the next morning.
We don't die in our sleep.
No, the snow has continued for the time being and is kind of. It's not necessarily heavy, but it's still persisting.
I'm interested, Romulus. What are you going to make with all those Granny Smiths? There are, bear with me, I've actually got to find out how many pounds there are. That's important. There are 5 pounds of Granny Smith apples. Perhaps only 4, given that I've probably fed some to Starlight before Starlight's untimely demise.
And threw them round like confetti.
Well, no, I tried offering them to you and they got a glare.
Very insensitive.
I will say, as a general note for everybody, mark off 2 rations, because obviously yesterday and today, for those who haven't already marked off yesterday's.
Yeah, Kat, have you got your own rations, or am I marking off? double time?
Yeah, Cat has. Let me go to the inventory. Cat has 14 rations.
Right, I've already marked you off for today and tomorrow, so you good.
Okay.
You mean today and yesterday?
Alright.
That's the one, thank you, yes.
Okay. Alright, then I've got 14 rations.
Okay, I will be making use of my cooking ingredients for today. So that'll double the temp health from my super snacks. I will be using the apples, and I will be making some simple apple fritters because I have butter and flour. So I'll
Okay.
use a bit of
Sounds
honey in
good.
that to sweeten it up as well.
Okay, so those are some snacks which the party can take to gain temp HP, correct?
Well, this is food in general. I mean, basically making use of the fucking apples. And I have 3 tempting treats that will provide, what was it, my proficiency?
Steady on there.
Should say automatically if I've
Yeah.
automated it, but if I haven't, then...
Temporary hit points equal to my proficiency, which
So
would
3.
be 3, except they're doubled because I'm using chef's ingredients along with that.
Okay, so that's 6 temporary HP for 3 people. I'll let you choose who.
Well, cat's always going to be one because it basically doubles the hit points.
Getting those apples anyway.
I hate.
I don't know how to break this to you, but Mortar is actually the one with the lowest health in the party.
Alright, well then Mortar gets another one. And the last one...
How?
I will give the last one over to Damian, because his horse died.
Okay.
This isn't the apple stuff, right?
It is. This is the
Yeah,
apple
yeah.
fritters.
Well,
But
in
mate-
that case, Damian's going to probably have to do something if he tries consuming it. Because it's made from Granny Smith's.
Yeah, and he doesn't like those.
Hey, it's been sweetened with honey, thank you very much.
Okay, that's fair.
How much are the temp HP? Sorry,
6.
6.
6. Nice.
Like, you might have better ones, but, you know, I get them.
No, that's great. 6 temp HP. I would take it.
How has Mortar got less HP than Cat?
I don't know. I have good constitution.
Don't
I
forget.
kept rolling 2s.
Don't forget you have an amulet of health, giving you a 19
Well, that's
in your
true.
con.
Oh yeah.
That makes way more sense. I was about to say, I was like, hold on a minute, that math doesn't work out.
No,
Yes,
it doesn't. The way
That
it
maths
comes-
don't math right.
Your static numbers are what's carrying you, Cat. The moment that amulet of health comes off is the moment your health becomes the lowest in the party by far. Anywho,
Good to know.
so you travel for the next day. Cat and Damian, do you wish to say anything to your party about the undead dragon that flew overhead?
Oh, guys, just so you know, last night, an undead dragon flew over.
The fuck?
Mm.
You just
Which
hear
way was
Damian
it
muttering,
going?
and Cat refused my apples.
It was going, and I'll point in a direction it was going.
Back the way you'd come.
Oh, cool, so it's probably going to the city.
Oh shit.
Well, it sounds like we left at the perfect time, guys.
That or it's looking for us.
Why would it want us?
Well,
But those scouts saw us. And they
In
got
fairness.
away.
Was there a colour scheme to the dragon? Could you see it, or was it too high?
bony.
Okay. Like, could you see the colour of the scales?
I saw like the end of its
Bony!
tail. And it was dark, and it was in the sky. Like it was bony.
Gotcha.
Yeah, unfortunately the answer is bony in this case, because they didn't get a perception check high enough to get any additional details, just the general... They saw what it was as it moved overhead quickly.
Okay, well that's it's not good.
In fairness, I was preoccupied.
She accepted the apples, but probably doesn't.
Okay, so I guess now
Yeah,
do
because
we
I
keep-
cooked them, you madman.
Do we keep going, or do we head back to the city, or
I mean, we're one day. We're nearly there. We might as well just get this done and head back. I mean, not only that, what can we do against the dragon? We
Might
struggled.
be able to eat it.
We struggled with archers. I hate to think how much we'd struggle with, you know, an actual dragon.
there were 2 of them and only 1 dragon? You said.
Yeah,
mean,
your
in
intelligence is showing more so.
You know, strictly for a numbers game, yes, there is only 1 of it, and there was 2, and it'd probably be less stealthy, but, I mean, breath weapons, claws, tails, flying. It's gonna be it'll be a fair fight. That's right, just glad. Ripples. But we can. Oh.
I mean, Kat, I will say, as much as you're right, we did struggle with them. Not all of us struggled with them. Just some of us got incredibly injured by skeletons.
Oh, wave.
Well, I think we should carry on with our task at hand and then possibly go and look at see what damage has been done. I mean, the city have got a lot of guards, a lot of sentinels, and a lot of elementals. I really don't think we're going to make much of a difference compared to them.
I certainly hope not.
What do you think, Vinny?
No, I think I agree with Kat. We're in a siege. I struggle to imagine how much help we could be. But for a mission like this, a quick get in, disrupt everything, rescue people, and then get out, we can still be helpful.
Chris,
I mean, that's what we're expecting.
I heard someone say my name.
what role would be appropriate for if Damian has a moment of revelation during his sort of just general moping?
Depends. You're welcome to dictate that yourself.
It's a
I'd say.
revelation of something that I'd share with the party as a player, but whether Damian would actually say it.
I'll leave that up to you. If you want to make a roll for it and set your own DC, you're welcome to. Alternatively, I'd just say it could be a murmuring that you can work with. I'm going to leave that up to you.
I think it would be like a mental check.
Wisdom would usually be what you'd want to go for.
Wisdom? Okay.
Wisdom, DC 10 would probably be the most likely, given you'd want to give information to your allies.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got to roll a 4 or higher.
I believe in you.
Pretty good odds.
Yep, very good. Dragon came from the direction of where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we ever just go somewhere normal?
Does that mean that we're too late, maybe? Did they not hold out?
I guess it's one of those things we're not going to know until we get there.
Yeah.
It's I couldn't give an answer to something I don't know.
It won't do us any good standing still in the middle of this cold. Let's get
I assume
moving.
we're still walking.
Yeah, we're still walking.
I'm
I think
still
the only
standing
real
down.
option here
Hold myself.
is to try and push. We got the trouble we had when we got ambushed is that they got the drop on us. We need to reverse that this time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can get the drop on a flying dragon.
Well, not with that attitude.
Okay, so let's get there and finish the job before the dragon gets back. I mean, what are the chances they have 2 dragons? Probably pretty low, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine there'd be more than the one dragon.
I mean, I don't know. We're in snowy mountains, or near snowy mountains. I mean, I suspect there's probably about 9 dragons with old kings of men. Not anyway.
So nice.
That was campaign 1.
I think we should be fine. I think we should carry on. We should get there. Get what got to get done, and get out.
Okay.
All right.
9 old kings of men on the backs of skeletal dragons looking for a lost rib from a colossal skeleton.
Nah, definitely not.
I think I should have some degree of plot armor here.
Why?
Cat was designed off of Astrid, and she's good at training dragons.
Were any of them undead? If I remember correctly, the Bone Snatcher was.
The bone, yeah, the bone. No, that covers
Bone
itself in
Napper, wasn't it?
Bone
Bone
Napper.
Napper.
That's the one. And that
Yeah,
one
he
was
covers
the
himself in
blacksmith's.
bones.
That was the blacksmith's one, anyway. Anyway, enough referring to things that are probably copyright. So, who's leading survival? Is anybody keeping an eye out? And are you being stealthy? Are you travelling at a hastened pace to get there while it's still light? Or what's the plan? Well, I say light, it's cloudy out and quite murky with the snow continually falling.
I think we
I'll take survival.
go
And
there
if
at a pace.
Romulus could lend me a hand.
I will lend a hand.
Yeah, I think moving at a pace, trying to get there before.
Yeah, we have a pretty good idea of where this place is, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're literally following a road for the most part, and the survival's just to make sure you don't go off course. And you were given a map, so you know roughly where you're headed.
Yeah, I think we should try and
My
go.
rolls today.
It's fine.
I'm happy to take a perception now that Damian's like, oh crap.
Okay. Anybody else perceiving or for anything? Or looking around for other clues or anything?
Only
I
Jeff,
would,
please.
but I believe I'm assisting.
Yeah, you're assisting with the survival check.
Can Jeff assist with Damian?
Yeah, sure. So you have advantage on this, Damian. Are you doing anything here, Kirv?
Yes, same as before.
What did Eugene and Filch think?
You gonna ask him?
Hey, you two.
Yeah, boss.
Do you know anything about bone dragons?
No,
Worth a try.
they don't
Yeah.
exist down under.
What, in Australia?
Yeah.
Can you pick up on anything around here?
Has a look around. No.
What would I do without you guys?
Probably die. Yeah, I mean, we are good lookouts.
Are you?
Oof. Oof.
Okay.
Come on, don't make me feel bad for bullying Eugene and Filch. Come on.
What?
No.
You bullied
Don't
Eugene
feel
and
bad.
Filch. You're bullying
She
crows.
admitted it with her own mouth!
Yeah, you're bullying them.
They deserve what they get.
Yeah.
They're a bit naff.
No, it's just a familiar thing.
This is true. So, Damian, what did you get on your perception?
21.
21. Survival, Mortar?
18.
Which one, sorry? How much, sorry, was that?
18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what did you get on your perception, Vinny?
Yes.
That's right.
18.
18. Okay. Keeping an eye out, Damian and Vinny. Go ahead and roll me 2d12 here, Vinny, as I believe it is your turn. And Mortar, you're otherwise following the road as best you can. With the heavier weather, it's becoming a little bit more difficult to see where you're supposed to be going. But, again, you have a map, so you find it relatively easy to travel along the roads themselves and go from there. Okay. So. Okay, need to roll that. Okay. As you're otherwise travelling along the road, unimpeded and at a decent pace, you aren't necessarily keeping quiet as you begin to get closer and closer, and you can see very little with the snow falling, about 60, 80 feet ahead of you at most. But as you are otherwise travelling, there's a moment as you are walking that you begin to pick up, those of you, or who perceived in this instance, I'll say, so Damian and Vinny, you pick up on what looks to be kind of this mist that begins rolling in and across the pathway in front of you. It's fairly midday, past midday, maybe early evening, but still, mist shouldn't really be coming out this early.
Well, I'm assuming it kind of sucks up some light, this mist.
Yeah, it's quite thick mist as well. It begins to kind of hang around the area and not necessarily like a wave necessarily, but it does begin to kind of bleed into your periphery for all of you.
Cast illumination on there.
Okay. You cast illumination
hammer.
and begin to illuminate some of the area around you. And
I'm going to do it as wide as possible so we can see as best, which I believe
it's 30 feet.
is 30 feet with an additional 30 foot of dim light.
Okay. As you otherwise kind of cast illumination, the spell otherwise beginning to light up sections of the mist, in this moment you begin to look around, and there are almost movements out of the corner of your eyes.
I don't think showing or giving ourselves away with a beacon of light is probably going to help if we're sneaking up.
How close did the movement seem?
Close. Maybe 15, 20 feet. And in that moment,
Okay, so-
Damian, as you're otherwise noticing this, all of you kind of picking up on some stray movement, those with high perceptions, probably Mortar, Vinny, and Damian are the three who notice it most because they were the ones with either good perception or were making active perception checks. As Damian, your illumination goes out. And you begin to realise
wonderful.
the area around you is not natural mist.
I will. I'm going to use spatial awareness.
Okay. That allows you to detect for a moment. What is it? Creatures with.
So spatial awareness.
While he reads that, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I can extend my consciousness to sense any creature that is within 30 feet of me and has an intelligence of 4 or higher for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I don't learn the direction or the distance from targets, therefore I can still be affected by an unseen attacker if they remain physically hidden. They can attempt to make a stealth check away from the sense, but it would require an intelligence arcana against my passive perception to remain hidden from me.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on Mortar.
Okay.
Yay!
So, in this instance, kind of with what's going on, you cast Protection, Evil and Good on Mortar. Cat, you immediately kind of detect thoughts to pick up on anything that might be around. And Mortar, you use spatial awareness to pick up on anything that might be nearby. Immediately, the two of you get pings from about 16 different sentient creatures within the range, as they begin to swirl and move around you in almost a spiraling pattern.
Okay.
At
Can
this-
I get a bearing on what the fort is?
On what the fort is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
If they're thinking
point.
Detect Thoughts.
Oh,
Is there a...
there is... Oh, actually, that's interesting. Make me a... Make me a insight check, if you will.
Why did I have to pick up a pencil for that?
Oh, and
I want to find out what is my insight. Picks up pencil. Yes.
Yes.
This is so clear now.
Pencil tells
Will
me
do.
HP.
Okay. That's 16. No, that's 15. No, 14. Oh my god, I am having a stroke. Someone help me. It's 14.
14.
I should have done this the other way around, but it's fine. Damian's also going to use his Divine Sense for the first time this campaign.
Okay,
Hey.
so... In this moment, as Cat, you otherwise listen in and begin to detect whatever thoughts you can in this moment. You immediately begin to hear this aggressive whispering that begins to otherwise creep into your mind from all of the nearby thoughts at once. In this moment, Damian, you go to detect, or using your divine sense to detect what's nearby, and you detect what seemingly seems to be 16 undead presences within close proximity of you.
I chose well with protection from evil and good.
I would like everyone to
Cheers,
roll
man.
for initiative at this point, please.
That's a gosh darn lie. Take it back.
Okay.
How many were there?
16.
Oh, my initiative sucks.
Okay. I
Okay,
will
they're
say
probably not.
you are currently...
Oh my word!
So,
My rolls
Mortar,
are so
you are
bad.
first. So there is no board for this in this instance.
Oh no!
But Mortar, you are first, aided by Romulus. Please, the rest of you, place yourselves anywhere in a 2 or 3 wide line behind Mortar and Romulus, please.
I have just touched Mortar, so I've got to be within touching distance of Mortar.
Okay. So in which case
Just
we'll
to point
swap
that out.
Terador. We'll swap Terador. Put Terador.
Don't worry, everyone. My
Heavy
initiative
hitters.
is a 1.
Oh, same here. And did Dan?
I got an 8. I got an 8, dude.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Don't worry,
I-
Dan. I got 8 too.
I
I
got so bad, dude.
forgot to
I've
prepare
been
the
rolling
tiles.
like trash this
please. Hold on.
entire game.
I'm going to use these. This isn't their actual stat block on what they are. This is just because I forgot to prepare their tiles. I'll do this in a moment. And do that.
So I think it's safe to say, Romulus, that we're at the back of the initiative.
Yaham?
Look, don't people
I
within
think
certain
if
range
we're
of
doing the
Damian gain
-5, I
advantage?
technically have a -2.
Hold on,
I've got a -4.
Don't we gain a bonus from your aura?
Yep, +1
Ah,
from...
True.
Hey, I got 9.
You've got an
I got
unnatural
9.
1, Romulus.
Indeed.
A dirty 1. Okay.
It's a dirty -1.
Oh, yeah. So...
You get a +3, right?
Okay. So, 25 to 20, please.
This is gonna be a
That's-
brutal fight, okay?
That is a
Yeah, for sure.
beautiful start. Okay. 20 to 15.
18.
Was that with the +3?
Deliver us from evil.
Oh, sorry. It's +3 was initiative. Then that is.
If
20.
you're within 10 feet of me, which I think everybody is.
We all gain a +3.
Sorry, Chris.
Yes.
That's 21 then.
21. No, that's fine. I didn't realise it was a +3. I thought it was a +1.
+3.
Oh,
And
okay.
20 for me.
Awesome. That's
Then-
11 for me. Yeah.
20 for Vinny. Okay. So, 15 to 10.
11 for Mortar.
11.
11 for Mortar. 11 for Cat. 10 to 5.
Hey.
1 to 0. Or 0 to -5.
Yeah, I'm on a minus.
Yeah, -1.
-1. And what did you say, Damian? -4?
-4.
What?
Are you
Oh.
taking
Oh,
into
because
account
the
your own
natural
aura?
one.
Yeah,
It
because
might
I
be a
would normally.
-3.
Because if I didn't take into account my aura, if I didn't have it, I would have got a -7.
Oh my days.
Wait, doesn't that mean I'm at a 0 then? 'Cause
You
if
should
it's
be at
+2.
1, I think, actually, because it's +3.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
equal to the
Oh,
proficiency bonus.
+3. Oh! Oh, I got
Yeah.
an unnatural natural 1.
That's what I said.
Welcome to
Yeah,
big
it's
numbers.
beautiful.
Okay,
Welcome to the
now
big
I
numbers.
understand, because I thought it was only a +1.
Yeah, so did I.
Now we just
Take that
assume you're
juicy
shitter
+3.
than you are.
Wow. Just
You know,
because I lost my horse.
You know, because of how you act and everything.
Okay.
Jesus
God, I
Christ.
am coming in strong today, aren't I?
I was gonna say, man's coming in hot. Damn.
Okay, Mortar or Cat? As you're going on the same initiative, you'll obviously get to choose who goes where.
Oh, exciting.
But, yeah. So, let me put you in character order real quick. We have Kirv, Vinny, What
That
does
sounded fun.
that sound?
That's a cat.
That is
It's a cat attacking
destroying
cat.
everything that I held dear in my life.
Cat falling down the stairs. Okay.
Have you put on me in a second when you get there?
Oh,
Chris?
concentration.
Concentration.
And a marker for Mortar. There you go. Concentration on you. And protection removal good on Mortar.
Make sure that doesn't get forgotten.
Okay. In this moment, 16 tiles.
Unbelievable.
With your protection, with your divine sense going off, I will begin to distribute these accordingly as they were spiraling around your position, seemingly not necessarily getting closer, but
Within 60
definitely
foot.
holding a range. Yeah.
People, I have good news.
What's that?
After knowing full well that we're going into combat, I have my fireball or my elemental detonation
Yes!
reattuned.
Yes! We're going to win!
And there's no
Okay.
starlight!
Okay.
Yay!
We're going to live!
Okay.
Starlight won't get fireballed.
So,
Achievement.
at the top of the initiative order, with a natural 20,
Wonderful.
they will go.
Looks sick.
What the
Let's see.
heck? I think we should.
I was just so hoping you turn them over to reveal they're all skeleton archers.
No.
I wasn't.
So,
Oh,
in this
Oh,
moment, you
sorry.
watch as... In this moment, as you begin to pick up the pings for this, you begin to look around the otherworldly mist, otherwise providing some form of blending for these creatures as they begin to almost step forward and move through the mist. Their skeletal, what looks to be a skeletal ghostly form, as it reaches forward, you watch as the flesh begins to, on the outside of the bones, begins to peel back as they reach forward, and they are, from this distance, they're going to use Essence Drain. All of the blue ones.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
1 versus
no.
Pterodor, 1 versus Vinny, 1 versus Kirv, 1 versus Cat, and 1 versus Mortar. The one against Mortar will be with disadvantage.
Are these attacks?
These are attacks.
Can Pterodor intercept one?
Yeah, he can, if it hits.
Cool.
So, that was a 7 to hit Mortar, so that doesn't hit. Yeah. And then the rest of these... Oh, would have had cover... Oh, no, because Mortar would have known where that one is, so that's fine. But in this instance, we have only Cat, Mortar, and Damian who know their exact locations. So at the beginning of this, they will have unseen attack. So, advantage versus Pterodor. That is a 21 to hit Pterodor. Advantage versus Vinny. That is a 17 to hit Vinny.
It hits.
Advantage versus Kirv. That is a 15 to hit Kirv.
Oh, doesn't hit.
Regular roll versus Cat. That is an 11 to hit Cat.
No.
So Pterodor and Vinny are the only two that take hits here.
Hey, these guys ain't shit.
So,
He's
Vinny.
getting his life sucked out of him as you see that.
Vinny. So Vinny, you take 6 points of necrotic damage, and roll me a
He gets-
Constitution saving throw, please.
He gets like a grey hair.
For sure.
It's all over.
And then Pterodor takes 8 points of necrotic damage, and please roll a Constitution saving throw for Pterodor, please.
Okay. 8 points. Where's Pterodor? Summon Pterodor. 8 points. That's Cinder. Brony, that's Pterodor. Okay, so that's going to take that down to that. And a con save. What am I con saving against here?
DC 10.
Okay, what's the
Well,
no, he's done it, but
so-
what is
How much was your total there, Vinny?
6.
6. Okay. Vinny, you took 6 points of damage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Your maximum health is reduced by 6.
Yep.
Okay. Pterodor
Okay.
succeeded. Pterodor does not lose the
Yeah.
maximum health.
you got a dirty 20?
Okay. Kirv, you are up. You suddenly begin to hear almost this wailing sound as you watch as from the mist, this coiling, almost dark energy reaches out and snatches at a few of them. And you watch as it hits Terador and Vinny. You watch as Vinny, in this moment, a bit of the redness from his skin almost dissipates as if it's pulled out and into the mist where it dissipates.
Fuck.
Okay.
Just a reminder, is Ghost Steel more effective against ghosts and normal magical weapons, or is it just
What
as
does it say?
It's been a while, Chris.
It should be on your weapon. If it's not on there, then it doesn't exist. That's how we run it. Because I'm not going to go hunting for it.
I don't think it
It
is.
just says effective against incorporeal creatures. It does have a nullifiable healing/regen of evil line creatures, so that might be helpful.
Okay, so prevents
Sure.
regen or healing, but in effective against them just would mean that it would hit them as normal.
Yeah. Do normal magical weapons do that?
You don't know.
Okay.
Quick
Someone
note,
test it out.
DM, did you take into account that with Mortar they attack with disadvantage?
Yes, they didn't hit Mortar anyway, they hit Vinny, and
Yeah, just making sure that you
Yep.
yeah, you're on
No,
board.
that's alright. I rolled disadvantage and I got a 7 total.
Nice.
Okay, so Kirv, you're up.
Right, so I don't really know where anything specifically is, which does
You
kind
can
of suck.
you can see outlines. The creatures are considered to having
Okay.
half cover from any ranged attacks, so +2 to their AC. So you could get up close to them and potentially do that, but otherwise they seem to be kind of keeping a distance and being a little bit difficult to see.
Okay, then I think I would like to try and get up close to this one.
Okay. You otherwise rush up close to it. You begin to see what looks to be the gaunt features of a skeletal individual, the skin pulled tight and otherwise stretching back from their form.
Could I use Branding Smite and then make an attack?
Yeah. So bonus action branding smite.
Yep.
Okay.
So that'll deal an additional 4d6 bonus radiant damage.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll then, please.
And that'll be with murder, so that'll be... So that is 2d20s?
Just be the one. Because you're on.
So I can't attack twice with that.
You can just do them because of branding smite. We want to do it in order, so
Alright,
we'll roll. So we'll treat this one as the first one. Okay.
sorry, yep.
No, that's fine. So that is a what to hit?
+8.
+8, 23. That hits.
I hope so.
Okay. And what's the damage you're doing?
Of the Branding Smite?
In general, yeah,
And
because you've got to roll the dice for it.
Sorry.
That's right.
In general. So am I rolling the melee attack or am I...
Both.
Because that's 2d6. Okay. 2d6 plus 5.
Okay. So there's the 4d6 for branding smite, and then the 2d6 plus 5. Okay.
And the 4d6.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 5, that comes to 8, halved to 4, as they seem to be resistant to magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-ghost steel weapons. But how much radiant is that? That's 12. Doubled to 24. So they take 28 points of damage as you otherwise hit that one and critically wound it. As you move up and you slash through it, you watch as Murder otherwise passes through it, doing not much damage, but as the Radiant hits, you watch as it burns away at the mist around the creature, as it lets out this ghastly shriek, beginning to try and pull back from the Radiant effect. You have your second attack, which also hits. As the second one hits, with its 1 hit point left, you destroy it. And it otherwise fades and dissipates into the mist.
I'll do that 15 more times.
Yes.
Nah.
Okay, so you took out 1, you used 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of your movement. If you wish to use the remaining 10, that's up to you.
Yeah, Kirv, get in melee range.
Yeah, Kirv's big day.
I mean, it seems like they're making ranged attacks. So.
Yeah,
See if
if
I
anything,
can
it's
help block in any way there.
As a general note, with ranged attacks, if you're within 5 feet, they would have disadvantage on it. So, something to keep in
Oh,
mind.
am I right to...
Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah, and that would mean that they'd have disadvantage on their ranged attacks.
Does that mean if Eugene and Filch are within 5?
If you do that, Eugene and Filch then become targetable. The general rule that I use is if a familiar isn't doing anything in combat, then it doesn't get targeted. But if you start using it in combat, I will start killing familiars.
Hence, Jeff number 2 got eaten.
Yes.
He existed, but that was on him.
Okay, that your go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was on the player who the familiar belongs to.
Vinny, you're up.
Lies.
Okay. Right. 2. 10. 15. 20. 25.
Mm-hmm.
I should know this one is here, right? Because it.
Yeah, that's fine. You're able to tell where they are roughly from silhouettes, it's just they have path cover while you're using ranged attacks on them.
Okay, yeah. Perfect then. Right, I'm gonna try and hit this one with my short sword. Using my action.
Okay, go for it.
There.
What's the short sword again? It's
Ghost Steel.
Ghost Steel. Okay, noted, so none of this damage will be halved. And the cold damage will go straight through.
Nice.
That will hit. So that does how much total?
Is 10 plus 4.
10 plus 4.
Should be piercing, and then 2 cold.
Okay, so 16 damage.
Piercing.
Okay, 16 damage. Okay, you otherwise cut through it in that instance with your short sword, the Ghost Steel, otherwise catching and dragging through a portion of the corporeal form, doing a significant chunk to it. Did you want to add any flourishes to this, or?
A good point, actually. Yes, I would like to defensive flourish.
Okay, go ahead and make me the defensive flourish roll, please.
Not sure.
Okay, so 3 additional damage, and you gain 3 AC. Okay,
Yep.
Good hit, 19 points of damage. Okay,
Okay, and then I'm going to use a bonus action to slash with my scimitar, which I
Okay.
suspect will do less, but
okay. Which one? What's the scimitar?
it is the Sundance.
Okay, go for it. Total?
To hit is what, 23?
20 hits. 23 hits, yeah. And the damage?
Yeah.
You believe you have advantage on it, so it'll be a 3 or...
Or, yes.
4.
4. 4 plus 4, so 8.
8, half to 4.
Down to 4. Nice.
Okay, you otherwise take the second cut with your bonus action. The first one catching and dragging through, the second one cutting upwards but less effective as you form a defensive stance in that moment. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
I'm going to move around here since I have so much movement. But yes, that will end my turn.
Okay. Next, the otherworldly mist goes. I would like everybody to make me a perception check against DC 12. Anyone who fails will consider every one of these ghosts invisible until the next lair action goes.
Ew.
Even with a divine sense operating?
Divine Sense and those with abilities to detect these creatures through magical means will be immune to this effect because of the nature of it. So Cat, Damian, and Mortar, you don't have to roll, don't worry. This is mainly
14, I'm
for...
good.
So Romulus, you're fine. Vinny?
And this was...
DC 12. Perception.
Damn, it's an 11.
11? Okay, so all of them except for the one you're currently adjacent to are considered invisible.
Okay.
And Kirv, what did you get?
27.
27. Yeah. You
Way to show up the class,
you
Kirv.
watch as the mist begins to otherwise gather around them, and Vinny, you're the only one who kind of, from this distance, you begin to note that a number of them are a lot harder to see than others. But the rest of you being in the middle, and some of you having magical means, maintain a semblance of that sight. Please, did you roll for Terrador, Cat?
Oh no, I didn't, because my brain.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine, because Tremor Sense won't help, because these creatures hover.
Yeah, that's fine.
Floaty float.
Yeah, Vinny's tired.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be alright, because I know he has got a positive and he got an 11.
Okay, as long as he's got a +1, that's fine, yeah.
Let me double check before I
Yeah,
commit.
no, that's fine.
Pretty sure.
That's fine.
What is it? Perception.
Perception.
What is perception? Core. What is perception? Perception
Wisdom.
is wisdom. Back to summons. Man, I really need to write this stuff down or I'm gonna have a thing. No, he didn't. He's got +0.
Okay, so they're all invisible to him. This means he cannot use his intercept.
Oh no. Fine.
Okay. So, these 3 red ones up here, one against Damian, one against Mortar, one against Romulus, one against Terrador, another one against Cat, and then this one is going to be doing its own thing against you, Kirv. So, the one versus Cat, that is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have a whole lot of. Actually, no, that's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. The one versus Terrador with advantage. It's an 11. That misses.
Wow.
The one versus Romulus. That's a 15. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. One versus Mortar with disadvantage. I don't think it mattered. That's a 7 again. And the one versus Damian. That is a 17. That misses also.
Nope.
As they otherwise reach out with their magic, attempting to kind of grab and pull at the essence. Cat, you're the only one who takes damage here. You take 9 points of necrotic damage. Please go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw against DC 10.
Okay.
Go on, Cat. I believe in you.
Really big rolls in this house.
6. Con is a 4, so I've got 10.
10, you just make it. Okay.
Nice.
And the one versus you, Kirv, is going to reach out and its hands that are icy cold touch either side of your head.
Ooh.
Oh.
That,
Violated.
in that
Are we allowed
moment,
to-
as it otherwise reaches its hands towards and touches either side of your head, there's this spark of a crow call in this moment as you otherwise feel this presence almost over your shoulder, otherwise roars at the undead as you get a sense that it was trying to maybe invade and control you.
Oh, fuck.
In this moment, you back off, kind of holding murder in place as you almost feel this otherworldly presence of your own beginning to seep through. Okay. Mortar and Cat, you two can decide in which order you wish to go.
Do you have something you want to do?
I mean, I'm just gonna elemental detonate these things.
By all means, ladies first.
Okay. Doubling split. Oh, hang on, I need to take the point out. I can actually roll 2-6.
So you're
I took the points out at the beginning of the day, so I only get 1 charge on my thing. Okay. I am double splitting fire or elemental detonation.
Okay. Where are you placing them?
Where am I gonna hit the most? Yeah.
You would have to go there.
Yeah, and then this one. How many can I get in? I'm gonna try and work out the most efficient.
Try to get the ones
Placing.
behind us to the
There?
one. No, so kind of further around this way here.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that hit me.
Yeah, just because they're also behind us as well.
3 and
We can try to
4.
get those.
You could
yes,
hit
yes.
all 4 if you hit Terrador. And if you're using the
No,
split rune, you...
Cat can't. Like, if I want to use another rune for shield, then
Okay.
Can't you
there's a
move-
chance
can't you
that
move-
spell's gonna explode in my
can't you
face.
just
Can't you move Terrador first?
Oh yeah.
Terrador goes at the
Yeah.
end of your turn. So in this instance, it will be.
Could you hold your action until after Terrador moves?
You could. If you want to use your bonus action to tell Terrador to move out of the way and then split cast it, you can.
Okay. Terrador. I'll tell Terrador to move down to here then, and then when my turn ends, I'm going to. Oh, fine. There. I'm trying to visualize where things are, and when my turn ends, I'm gonna help.
Move
both
here
of
so you
them.
won't get struck. Get struck anyway.
Okay. So, gets to the end of your turn and you double split cast Elemental Detonation. You are halving
just-
the
I've half the range.
range. Okay.
So, does it go off there, or does it go off at the end after Mortar's done what Mortar does?
Well, you can say it goes off now. Actually, no, because you'd be holding your turn, so this will go off after Mortar goes.
Okay, and Terrador's burning his action for additional read action when he can actually see if he can see.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Okay, so Mortar, what are you doing?
Mortar will shoot a gun, as he is known to do.
No
he's gonna
way,
go for
what?
Yeah, I know. Seriously, so out of character. He's going to
You
go
should
for
run
this
up and
guy
pistol
right
whip him.
here. You know what? Out of all the bad choices Mortar has done, that's one of the smarter things. He will go for this guy right here.
Okay.
They gain a +2 because they're in they're like
Light cover?
shrouded or whatever, right?
Yep.
Okay. I do not have Ghost Steel.
Nope, so this will do half damage if it's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, which for your weapon it's not.
Which it is not. Yippee. Come on, man. 15.
15 just hits. I need to roll a d20.
Wow.
Okay, that still goes through.
Okay. They take. Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Which
12
one?
points of psychic damage.
Which one are you firing at, by the way?
This guy.
Okay. 5, 10, 15,
Hold on.
20, 25, 30, 35. I don't know what the range of your hand cannon is.
Oh, sorry. Let me double check.
2 foot.
15.
50? Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So hitting that one up at the top there. Okay.
So that was 12 points of psychic damage to him.
12 points of psychic damage to that one. Okay. As you take your first shot, you watch as it almost begins to shriek and writhe in that moment as you otherwise begin to assault its mental capacity.
I will shoot at it again.
Go ahead.
Okay, yep, that'll hit. That's
That'll
21.
Okay. And yep, still goes through.
Again, that's another 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay, it's looking hurt.
I will then. Yeah, there's too many of them, really. I'm then going to Weapon Frenzy to take the attack action again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
That hits.
Yep, that'll hit.
That still goes through.
That is 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay, that one is dead.
Okay, I will then move over to the one next to it.
Okay. That hits.
Yeah, 19 plus stuff.
Yep, still goes through.
Again, that's another 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
I will then bonus action to Adrenaline Surge.
Is Weapon Frenzy not a bonus action? I always ask this, but I always forget. Is it a bonus action?
No, so Weapon Frenzy is you take the attack action. Adrenaline Surge is bonus action.
Okay. Natural 20.
20.
Okay, so... Nope, still goes through.
I think you can say it doesn't go through. It's pretty good. That is 18 points of psychic damage.
Okay, just enough to kill it. So that one goes pop.
I will then move to that one. That's my last shot. The
Go
one
ahead.
next to it.
Okay, go ahead and make the attack.
That's a natural one.
Natural one.
My
Your gun
jam.
jams, and you do not have any actions to unjam it this turn.
Nope.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
After a spray of damage across the area, the psychic damage beginning to otherwise take hold and beginning to almost tear a few of these apart, you watch as their psyche begins to peel away and return to the mist in that moment. Okay.
29 damage.
What kind of damage is it?
Hang on, I'm just trying to work out.
You got
What number?
5.
5.
5. That is elemental detonation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is lightning.
Okay. Let me roll for their saves. What do I need to beat?
Their save is. It'll be my normal save, isn't it? I'm not used to this stuff. DC 16.
16. Success. Success. Fail. 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 Success. Fail. Fail. So, 1, 2, and 3 otherwise succeed out of all of them. And you said that was 29?
29, yeah.
Okay, so that one takes 29 damage, halved to 14.
Ugh.
That one takes 29 damage, but they succeed. Halved to 14, halved again to 7. One's the same. That one goes to 4. That one goes down by that. Then we have another green one in there who they failed. So they go down to that much. You succeeded, so you go down to that much. And then of the 2 blues, you go down by 1 succeeded, 1 failed, so you go down to that, and you go down to that. Okay. As the elemental detonation goes off, the lightning damage beginning to otherwise streak through the mist as it begins to electrocute a number of them, but otherwise casts off of their seemingly resilient incorporeal forms, and they seem to be less than enthusiastic about that outcome. With that, the green ones are now going to go.
Oh.
Okay, so attack versus Romulus, attack versus Cat. Concentration is now gone because that was just on the spell you were holding, and attempted possession of Terador with advantage because Terador
What?
doesn't know it's there. That- With an 11, that will miss. As it moves up and attempts to try and control Terador, there is a resilience within Terador, and you rebuff its Cat as you hear almost the wailings and whispers beginning to attempt to enter Terador's mind. In that moment, that is a 6 that misses you, and Romulus, that is a 21 to hit you.
Oh,
Got a 21 to hit me.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. I seem to have accidentally
Created
drew on a thing.
dot.
I was
got rid of it.
accidental.
Are you sure? I'm drawing a
What
dot.
save is this?
Constitution. So you don't have advantage because of rage isn't up yet, but total,
12.
you're fine. DC's 10. But you still take 12 points of necrotic damage, and you do not have rage up yet, so that is full damage.
That is annoying.
Okay,
But it is. I must head off shortly, just letting you know.
that's fine. Your turn.
All right then. Right. Which one of these was the last one to try an attack Cat?
this one.
All right then. Bump, bump, bump. I'm going to attempt an attack with Stagger first of all.
Go for it.
I will be using my rage as a bonus action.
Okay.
So that should mean that's I will be recklessing because of course I am.
Okay, the attack will hit.
That's a 19, I believe it should be.
Yeah, so it's a 4 and a 6. Rerolling
do you want me to
the 1s and
reroll?
2s. Yep. So still a 4 and a 6. 4 and a 6. Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So 10 plus.
10 plus 7 plus 2. Yeah, 10 plus 7 plus 2. So 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage, halved to 9.
Noted. There's no way for me to bring out the Ghost Steel Halberd now, so I will instead attack again.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Remember, the stagger is magical, so I'm
Yeah.
wanting to make sure that is being taken into account.
Yep. Only Ghost Steel seems to be doing not half damage to them.
Noted. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep, that's fine. So that is a
So
6
that's
and
a-
4. So again,
No,
another
same again.
19. They take another 9.
Half to yeah.
Okay. They're still up.
Interesting. Okay, that was upsetting, but fine. Okay, cool. I will solve over the Ghost Steel next time, and that should be a bit more effective mathematically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. End of your turn?
Yeah, can't do anything else.
Okay. Damian.
Nice and simple. Do you mind if I head off now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, take care all.
Right.
Best of luck.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I think I want to try and protect someone as I attack. I think that really means I can only assist Romulus down here. My shield masters. 5, 10, 20.
Okay. Yeah, this one is looking quite weak as it has just taken 2 attacks from Romulus and it was blown up. Go ahead and make me the
So
attack
I
roll.
can do 2 attacks. So the first one I'm going to do without Divine Smite, and the second I will attempt.
Okay.
Depending on whether I kill this or not.
Okay.
Because if I don't kill this, and I won't use the Divine Smite, because I'll probably succeed with a
Okay.
attack.
Go ahead and make me the attack
Okay.
roll. Total?
This is about normal for me in combat again. It's 12.
12? Just misses, I'm afraid.
Yep. Alright, second attack then without the Divine Smite.
Hits,
That's an
definitely.
18.
And does...
Bear with me. What am I doing? 1d8. Just one of these. Which I'll wait for it. That's randomly moved, but doing it. Oh, yeah.
2 plus
3.
5 damage.
Yep. It's
Okay,
bludgeoning.
that's fine. Even though it's a magical weapon, it does half damage and leaves it on death's
Yep.
door.
Brilliant. Bonus action. What can I do with a bonus action?
Shield wants to shove it.
I could. I might though, 'cause I think this could be worthwhile, given we're probably going to go through it. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity now to regain my 2 spell points. So I'm back at the max.
Okay. Cool. Bonus action using that. Okay. Back to the top of the round.
Bear with me a second here. I'm just checking something. It says I can use it twice at 7th level. That hasn't been updated.
Oh, okay. I will update that
I'm
to your
assuming
character sheet. Yeah.
Get it twice.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can use it 2
correct?
different
Was that
times,
just-
yeah.
So
You can
do I
use...
put 0.5 in?
For now, yeah, put 0.5 and we'll sort that out later.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Back to the top of the round, we move to the blue ones. So it's going to move up. This one's going to move over here. That one's going to stay in position, as is that one. Actually no. This one's going to move closer. Seeing you guys not use ranged attacks. So, Vinny, the one adjacent to you is going to attack you. It does not count as invisible because it was adjacent to you when that ability went off.
Yep,
That is, however, a 23 to hit.
that will hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. DC is 10.
Okay. All I need to do is not roll super badly. Which I have been doing all fine.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 16.
That's good, because you take 19 points of necrotic damage. As you feel the bolt of energy from its essence drain, instead of it being ranged, you watch as it's concentrated in its hand, and as it reaches out to grab against the side of your head, you feel this sudden shock of pain run through you, but you manage to prevent it from doing any long-term damage to you. Okay. This one is going to attempt to possess Romulus. That doesn't hit. And this one is going to use its essence drain on Damian. Okay. Damian, that is a 12. That misses. Okay. This one is going to use its essence drain on Mortar from range, but it has disadvantage because of protection against good and evil.
Does it have other things from that?
What?
Creatures the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Yeah, so it's not possessing, it's just reducing maximum health and doing damage.
Okay.
So this is an attack roll. Now, I apologise, Mortar, for this. This was very rude of me. I did just roll 2 natural 20s with disadvantage.
Holy shit.
Wow.
This is gonna hurt. Okay, yeah, bring it. Let's freaking go.
I will say, these are the first natural 20s I've rolled this session.
No.
They just happen
No, that's
concurrently.
It would be so. It's so fitting that it's for me as well, Chris.
Yeah,
that means a lot, man.
I
That
know.
really means
Go
a lot.
ahead and roll me your Constitution saving throw DC 10. You take
What was that one?
less damage than Vinny. You take 13 points of necrotic damage. I'm sorry,
you're
Vinny,
lucky,
I just rolled
dude.
really well.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. And you're fine.
That's
You don't lose any
exactly
max. So that was 13 points of necrotic damage you took. As you otherwise feel the essence tether grab you and otherwise pull portion of your life force away from you in that moment. Kirv, you are up. You are adjacent to this red one who has, in this moment, it's attacked you a little bit, or attempted to, but it otherwise seems to be facing you down.
Facing me down.
Mm-hmm.
He's all up in your face.
Mm. Well, I think I'll basically do what I did the last time. I'm going to use
Weird.
my branding smite again.
I was about to say, don't lick it.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Oh, Cat, as a general note, because you held Fireball, you lose concentration on Detect Thoughts, I've just realised. Because it counts as concentration when you hold the spell.
Ah, yes. Well. Cool.
So, just as a general note. You can still see where they are, but there's a note. Sorry, I interrupted your
So
turn.
do 20
You making an attack against it with murder?
with branding smite again.
Okay, go for it. So make me the attack roll. That hits.
Okay, no, that's good.
Their AC is 13 in close range.
Is it now a 2 for murder?
Oh, Branding Smite is part of murder, so that was the attack roll for murder
Okay,
with
so
the
is
Branding
it
Smite
just
attached.
the
So it's all,
damage
yeah,
now?
all of this now. Yep.
Come on.
Pretty sure it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dead. That's a one shot. As you otherwise have the Branding Smite in place, the edge of the blade otherwise glowing, you take a swing as the radiant damages burst through it and otherwise evaporates it as it lets out a gasp of air. Okay.
Okay, sorry, so I should move somewhere. I might as well go in front of this one and be a dick.
Okay, so you have a second attack with murder. Oh, I forgot to...
Oh, fuck! Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't kill it on the first one.
Oh no, you killed the first one on the first one, it's just the Branding Smite doesn't carry over to the second attack.
Yes.
Fire.
Sorry, is it the D?
Yep, D20 and the 2d6s. Yep. That will hit, and that does 10 plus...
5.
10 plus 5. This is the one that is... This is the one that was caught in the fire, or in the elemental detonation. So it should be that one. 10 plus 5 is 15, halved to 7. Okay. As you take your swing with Murder, otherwise cutting through a portion of it, tearing away its essence, it is still not... It's not looking great. It has taken a sizable hit. Okay.
Okay.
Is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
Okay. Vinny!
Okay, I can still see
This one.
this one, so I'm going to try and fend it off quickly.
Okay.
The short sword seems to be working on it, so I'm going to try and hit it with that.
Okay, go ahead. This is that one, I believe. That blue one there. Yep. Okay. That hits, and this is the one you've already attacked twice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm right. It is that one. Okay. With that damage, you otherwise cut through it with the Ghost Steel short sword, and it evaporates.
Okay. Others are also visible to me.
That is true. I will say you can see Kirv fighting something, so you know there's something in her vicinity.
Giant marshmallow man.
Yeah.
Okay, I will move over there then, see if I can find anyone to fight.
Okay.
Kirv, hello?
Hi.
Fighting someone over here?
You serious?
So polite.
Okay. Well,
Looks like you're swinging at air.
I point.
in the midst of battle, this casual conversation between the two of them, as Kirv points at something, you can't see it. I'll say the lair action comes up and you can begin to see it, as the lair action will now go. Okay.
I thought you were supposed to be smart.
Look, I'm a philosopher, not a strategist.
Uh-huh.
What about a person
I
with
thought-
eyes?
Okay.
I thought the elemental detonation did the most burn, but it turns out it was Kirv.
Okay. So.
How
That
much
one.
fire damage do Kirv's words make?
Okay, that one isn't particularly good.
Oh,
I'll go
what?
for that one. Okay. In this moment,
That would make sense.
the lair is going to use its vaporous retreat, and all of the mist wraiths that are otherwise in melee with a creature immediately move backwards. Attacks are made with disadvantage against them for any opportunity attacks that are made, but everybody may make them if they wish. So Vinny and Kirv, you obviously get an attack of opportunity on this red one. Damian, you get your choice of these, and Romulus will make his choice of these. And Terador can now see them, so can make an attack of opportunity against this one, if you would like
Aw, go on then, boy.
This is the one that Romulus is severely hurt, and I hurt a little
to.
bit.
Yes, it's on 1 health. So if you manage to bop it, it will die.
And that one, I don't know how badly damaged it is.
Is mostly untouched.
Oh, I'll hit this one, and I'll pump a Divine Smite into it.
Okay, go
Lol,
ahead and make
it
me that
worked.
attack roll. I'll say Romulus is going to attack the one that's injured, just to try and kill it.
Go on, do a crit, roll 2
I
20s.
just need the left. He doesn't have disadvantage, I've just remembered, because he does have Reckless. So we take the left one, which in this instance is a 3 plus... I don't know what Harlan's plus to hit is. With Stagger, it is plus 9. So that just misses.
Oh, I get to do. Hang on, I get to do 3d8 radiant because they're undead,
Yes, this is true.
and I can upcast it, which I will do to get another
4d8.
one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, bear with it. I've got to do some management
Probably
here.
dead,
that-
but you know.
Terador hit hard.
What did he get?
He got a 21 to hit,
Okay.
and he rolled a 9 on the d10 plus 3. So did 12 damage.
12 damage. Are his attacks considered magical?
We haven't got that written down.
I believe because he comes as part of a spell, I believe they count as magical for baseline stuff, is how I typically run it with summons.
Okay, then it'll be magical because he's a summon.
Okay, so that will be 6 damage because it is halved because the creature is otherwise not too fussed about it. And that was the one that was there, so it takes 6 points of damage going down to that. And Damian? Oh, sorry, the one that's injured is the green one. The one that's not been injured is the blue one. Sorry, I got those the wrong way around.
Well, in that case, it's the blue one that would attack.
Yeah,
No,
no,
problem.
that's fine. That's fine. I forgot that
Yep.
the green one is the one that Romulus has been hitting and you hit. It is on 2 health. So I'll say Romulus
6
makes his attack against that one.
6 bludgeoning
Okay, halved to 3.
and 24 radiant.
Doubled to 48.
Mm,
Yes! It goes a poof.
Oh,
Okay,
nice. In the world,
that one goes
in the
poof.
world of excess.
This one manages to move back out of the way. This one will move back out of the way as Romulus missed. This one will move out of the way. Vinny and Kirv, did you make attacks of opportunity?
I haven't done that in a hot minute. So do I need to roll?
It would just be an attack roll with murder, if you wanted to make one.
With disadvantage?
No. Oh yes, sorry,
No?
with disadvantage because of the because of the effect of Vaporous Retreat.
So I've done mine. It's 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
AC of these things is 13 in melee.
nice. So with the short sword, that is 13 piercing and 2 cold.
So disadvantage was at the 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately that will miss.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much did you say? 13 piercing.
13 piercing.
This is
2
against
cold.
the red one, who Kirv's already done damage to. This is also the one that got hit by an explosion.
Not having a good day.
No, he's not. He's gone.
Oh.
Just goes poof.
Just as he's leaving my reach, I finally see him
And then he disappears.
between the ribs.
Yep, jab between the ribs, and you otherwise cut upwards as his form otherwise dissipates into the mist.
Turn back to Kirv and give her a big thumbs up. Don't worry, I found him.
Okay,
Thumbs up.
okay. As part of Vaporous Retreat, when moving back, those that are already within range, that was this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. They all get to make attacks with their Essence Drain. So, I'm going to say these 3 are versus Mortar, these 2 are versus Cat. Because they're beginning to understand and learn. Mortar is dangerous, but they don't necessarily fully understand why they're missing him. I mean, 2 natural 20s, so, you know, maybe they don't believe that anymore. And 2 versus Cat, they realise Cat's dangerous. So, Mortar.
You roll 6 nat 20s.
No, I didn't. I
No.
rolled a total of 6 on the first attack to hit Mortar. A 14 Mortar
That cat's not
misses.
dangerous.
misses, and then the third one is a 15.
this is.
Ah, okay. So all 3 of those miss against you. And the 2 versus Cat. First one is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 7.
Well, that one doesn't.
Ah, that's good.
But Pterodor can see now.
He can. Is he going to intercept?
Yes, he is. He's got his last reaction.
Okay. So he takes 7 points of necrotic damage, and please roll me a Constitution saving throw for Pterodor, please.
Okay, con save for my boy.
Next, we'll move to the red guy's turn, and guess who they're attacking?
Pterodor's fine. He takes damage though.
So 7
Got
points of
23.
necrotic damage. Okay. Okay. They have begun to learn and pick up what's going on. And they do not get that back. So we're going to have 2 against Mortar again, 1 against Cat, and another against Romulus.
Cool.
So, 2 against Mortar. That's a miss on an 11. And that's another miss on another 11. Right, Cat. That is a
Oh damn!
23 to hit.
Part of my life.
Oh my word.
And you take 9 points of necrotic damage. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please. And the attack versus Romulus is a 15, which I believe he said was a miss. Yes, his AC 16.
It's a miss.
Okay, so Cat, go ahead and roll me the con save. DC 10.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll do.
good.
Yep, you're fine. So you just
Okay.
take the 9 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Mortar and Cat, you're up.
After you.
Oh, these things are really annoying.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Bonus action to recharge my amulet.
Okay. So you pump. Oh, we didn't roll for your wild magic. Go ahead and roll. Belated wild magic. Let's see if it goes off.
Fireballs, everything.
No,
No, we're good.
That was
And-
a 3rd level plus
a rune.
a split rune, which ups up to 2, so that'd have been a 5 DC. So no, you're fine.
Okay, and then recharging with bonus action, I get 2 shots from it. Alright, I am repeating.
Split rune.
Yeah, boy. So one's going up.
You might be able to get 3 here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that one, and then these 3 over here.
And then those 3
No,
over there.
that'll be over again.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll me the damage.
Wish
Don't know. The nice thing is I get to keep my reaction this time. Woo! That's 32.
What damage type is it?
Wow.
That is, I've got 2 6s.
3, 4,
2
or 6?
3s.
3, 4, or 6 of your
Okay.
choice.
3, 4, or 6. Let's go to. I've got so many spells. Why is this a thing? Elemental detonation. 3, 4, or 6. Okay, I'm taking force.
Force damage. Okay. So, red 1 fails. Green fails. Blue succeeds. Doesn't matter. Green succeeds with a critical success. Or red succeeds with a critical success. How much damage was it?
32.
32. He's alive, just. Next red fails. Green succeeds. Doesn't matter. Poof, 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 poof. As they are not resistant to force damage.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll just be like, yeah.
Roll for wild magic, please.
Oh no. Yeah. Cool. So this is a 5 again. Okay. Don't go. Yes.
You're
We're
fine.
good.
Okay.
Use the
Alright.
force cap.
So Cat just gives Mortar a thumbs up. Your turn.
Mortar, you'll go.
Mortar high fives Cat, spins his gun, and is going to fire again.
Okay. You need to unjam your gun,
you-
remember? Unless you're firing it while it's jammed.
Mortar... Nah, as part of the unjamming, Mortar spins it, so
Yep.
he will use his first attack action to do that.
Yep. You can also use your bonus
Um,
action as well, if you wanted to instead use a bonus action, sorry. Unless you had a plan for it.
I can use... It doesn't really make much of a difference. I'll use my bonus action. It doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah.
So
It
I'll
means
use
you
my
get to
bonus
make 2
action to
attacks
unjam
still.
it.
Oh, that's right, because it has the
I
dual
can-
wielder thing, yeah. Sorry.
Exactly, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll just make 2 attacks with my action then.
Go for it.
Okay. I will go for this one right here.
Okie dokie. That one there.
Okie dokie.
Coup de grace.
I mean, it's not looking that good. Looking pretty hurt.
Put it down.
18.
That will hit. Damage-wise, I
Concerned-
think he's screwed. Indeed he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's like a 13.
Yeah, he's dead. He had 6 hit points left.
Awesome.
Okay.
I will make my way around. I will attack this one with my last attack.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I need to actually roll for that. No, I wouldn't have made it.
That's a 15.
That will just hit. But it misses because of their second ability. Alright.
Oh, okay. Never
As
mind.
you otherwise fire forward with the with your gun, as you otherwise take the shot, you watch as the shot passes through where they were and misses. That's failed all the time so far, but it
Yeah, I was
succeeded
gonna
on that
say.
one.
All right.
Yeah. Think of it like a
I
worse
will-
mirror image.
Yeah, for sure. I will then back up just to try to block Cat from their line of sight.
Okay. End of your go. What's Terador's command? Oh, bonus action. He's not
Terador-
doing anything, so he spends an action to.
To give himself the extra reaction. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the standing order.
Green one. There's only one green left. He doesn't get his possess back, so he's gonna bolt Damian with Essence Drain and miss with a 7.
wonderful.
Alright. Romulus is up. Nyum. Pulls out his halberd. Recklesses. Probably will do enough to kill it, but you know, never know. Oh, that's the one he'd already injured. Yeah, it's dead. And then he'll turn around and wiggle aggressively at these other two. Alright, Damian.
Wiggle aggressive.
You watch as Romulus wiggles aggressively and you note that there are only seemingly 2 wraiths left.
Oh no. So hang on, let me do some maths here.
Not maths.
Yeah,
Not maths.
I had to count
math.
things. Okay, 30s I can get, although I could. Hang on. Okay, if I'm there, I'm within 20 feet of this one.
Yep.
Am I within 20 feet of
5,
this
10,
one?
15, 20, just outside of range.
Okay, that sucks. I guess I'm throwing 2 hand axes at this one then.
Go for it. Make me an attack roll.
I haven't done this in a while. Bear with me.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. I'll just do both because one's one, one's the other. That'd be the easy way of doing the hits.
Okay.
That's a 13.
13 will miss because of their increased AC against range attacks.
And that's a 23.
23. Is your hand axe magical?
No, it's just the hand axe.
Passes straight through and does no damage.
Wonderful. So there's 2 hand axes that have gone flying off in this direction.
I wouldn't say
Just
that far. Again, the range is 20 foot, so they're probably just behind it.
I mean, they can go up to 60 foot.
This is true.
It's just 20
But you're not hucking
without
at that.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you're not hucking at that. So I'd say it's probably close by us around here. Okay.
Right.
Top of the round. Blue
Well-
one.
Yeah, that's that, I think.
Does it get its possession back? No. It's gonna fly up and essence drain you.
Cool.
That's a 20 to hit. Does that hit?
Well, it was a 19 to attack. I suspect it does.
What's your AC?
Right, it's a 19.
Yeah, so that does damage. Cool. Roll me a con save, please, for maximum
Chris,
health.
that moment when he finally gets excited because he's managed to hit the Paladin.
Look, every DM been there.
Oh, it's right. He's been missing all of the attacks
Ooh,
against
what's
Damian
the
and
con
things.
save total for you?
11.
11. That will
Ooh.
succeed. So you only take 16 points of damage. You do not lose the maximum health. 16 points of necrotic damage there.
Brilliant.
And make me another con save. This one is for the concentration of protection against evil and good.
That
I
I'm
might
not
be
sure
able
again.
to possess Mortar.
What's
If I
it
get
again?
lucky.
What am I rolling against?
Just con. DC 10. Again, same
Oh.
thing. Yeah, you're fine. So you
Okay,
maintain
fine.
concentration of your protection against evil and good. Okay? But as otherwise moves up, it otherwise grabs either side of your head and begins to drain part of your physical form, and you feel the necrotic damage begin to spread through you. Kirv, you're up.
I mean, I think I'm just going to go here and try and Eldritch Blast this one.
Go for it.
We
Has increased AC because of it being a ranged attack, but obviously won't take half damage because it's force.
And that is Hungry Blade? Thirsty Blade.
Thirsty Blade is for
That's fine.
melee attacks only. For your
Is it?
murder. Yeah.
You get
Can
2
attack
shots
twice
with Eldritch
when
Blast.
taking the attack action. I'll have to change the way that's worded then.
Yeah, sorry. I'll need to.
No, it's okay. So plus 2d6.
Oh. Eldritch Blast is a D10. It's
Oh
a-
my gosh, I'm sorry. It's getting
No,
late and I'm getting
That's
my brain.
alright. That's alright. You don't need to roll a D6. You got the D10 here.
Yeah.
Here you go. And total to hit?
Plus 8.
Plus 8, 17.
No, that's my murder. Eldritch Blast is also plus 8. Never mind.
Okay. Still hits.
Yeah.
And it doesn't and it does hit it. So how much damage is that? That's 4
Oh,
plus.
don't even ask me.
Is that dice? Is that dice
It
twitching
just-
for anybody?
It just kills it, Chris. It kills it.
It's
It
8,
just works.
8 damage. It is wiggling. Don't worry, Jamie. That happens.
Is it possessed by one of the?
Might
There's
be.
a crow
Yeah.
in it.
So it does 8 damage. So you make a second Eldritch Blast attack.
Maybe it's a goose egg.
Rebecca.
Oh, shit.
Second Eldritch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scrolling down.
Hits. Total, you said is plus 8, 16. Oh, it succeeds, so it takes no damage as the shot
What do you
passes straight
mean?
through it.
What do you mean?
Its
It kills
worse
it,
mirror
Chris.
image. Its worse mirror image ability works. All right.
It
Okay. Vinny.
That's, I'm
Doesn't
good.
do too well against an elemental detonation, does it?
No. It means that any ranged attack against it has to roll a d20 plus 2. If it can meet or beat your to hit, then the attack misses.
Please don't cast another elemental detonation. I will die.
Damian's in the prime spot. So Vinny, you're up.
I hope it's fire.
So you dashing
No!
with bonus action, I assume?
Ah, God now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or is this
so
boost of speed?
10 feet of movement after that. So, yeah, that was 50 feet.
Okay.
And then, seeing this one wounded, I'm going to try and finish it off.
Okay, go ahead and make the attack roll.
Running stab.
Okay, and you get the +3 from flanking.
Yeah.
So it's very unlikely to miss, but you never know. There's always natural ones. No, that hits. And yeah, no, that's dead. All right. As you stab that one, it otherwise evaporates in that moment. Okay. Leaving one left. He'll get a turn.
To step back from.
Ha 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 ha.
To have some movement left.
Okay. This is the third time the lair has activated. You all begin to feel tired for some reason.
And it is 10:15 p.m.
This is true.
Well, woe is me.
Red one is going to move up. Does it get its possess back? No. That's 3 ones on the recharge I've rolled. This is sad. Alright, attack versus Damian. That's another 20. Let's go. Not 20 crit, as in dirty 20. So, con save
Oh, wait,
versus
it won't.
DC 10.
That's
Yeah.
an 11 again.
Yep, so you're not taking, and you're not losing any maximum health, but you do take 7 points of necrotic damage. And then go ahead and roll me the concentration check, please.
Oh no, my TV says it wants to turn off.
No! Stop it! Fight the TV! Fight the power!
I
Yeah,
knew you were
fine.
going to say that.
Okay, you're fine. Okay.
Back the bell.
Okay. Mortar and Cat. I'll say Mortar, take 2 shots, see if you kill it.
Yeah, Cat's just like,
Shrug.
Cursed?
You're-
I'm gonna
Mortar?
blow everyone up if I do it.
Okay, Mortar kind of nods his head with a grin, and he levels the gun and is going to shoot.
Make me
As
2
he does.
attacks. He
Doing that
doth
one. Hilarious.
shoot.
I doth be shooting.
That will hit for a total of...
Friggin' a lot.
Oh, I meant
think it's like 20.
the to hit. 20, okay. I got a natural 20. It does no damage. Let's go. Second attack.
Mortar scowls and Mortar scowls
Shoots
and
again.
shoots again.
That hit. Oh, there's
19 plus 10 is the 29.
natural 20 won't do it. So yeah, that hits. Do your damage.
Oh my day.
Oh,
For goodness sake.
Oh,
6 points of psychic damage.
he's alive.
Bonus action, I'll shoot again.
Oh,
Cat's like fully cheering you on in the background here.
don't you dare. Don't you dare kill him with a bonus action.
I will kill him with a bonus action.
I
Yeah,
have a chance to dodge
30,
this.
20 to hit.
I don't dodge this. Go ahead and roll the damage.
On.
Come on, roll low, roll low, roll low. Oh, not
Okay,
low.
that's pretty good. That's 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that's enough. 9 health left. Okay. As you otherwise take the shot, the last one dissipating and the mist begins to fade. And as you all have this sense of almost a tiredness to you, strangely enough, and as the mist begins to fade, you find yourself standing 30 feet away from the fortress before you. As you realize the mist may have taken you closer to the fortress for each round that passed.
Haha, elemental detonate.
That's where we're going to end our session for tonight. So, with the development of arriving at their destination a little bit before they wanted to, I think we'll see just how this will go next time. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.